Welcome into the Cam Strick Podcast, episode number 233.
Hey, what do you say?
Hey, what do you say? Score!
Scores! He scores!
First off, the Cam Strick Podcast Holiday Edition is brought to you by Hair Club and hairclub.com. Cam, Hair Club is for men, and it's also for the women. I tell you that every week.
Scores!
What are you doing that for?
I don't know.
Like, who is that?
I don't know.
I mean, hey, what do you say?
Hey, what do you say?
I mean, listen, so much stuff happened over the weekend. I had so many things I wanted to talk to you about, but I've come down with, like, Cam disease. You ever heard of that?
Cam disease?
Yeah, Cam disease.
Did I create it?
Pretty much, where I just forgot everything.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
That's called drinking too much.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
What do you drink on Easter?
We had mimosas.
Mint juleps.
We went to the clubhouse. And,
okay, can we talk about your shoes in that picture?
Man, I don't know how to dress anymore. I was such a fucking
Were those made out of wood? I was wondering what was going on. You dressed very, very nice. Cam put his church clothes on. He was very dressed up for Easter. I liked your and Kate had a nice outfit.
The women folk look good during Easter, dude. Like, I'm a mutant, but the women there
are they
at
looking
the clubhouse? At you? I mean, people. They're not looking at me like, wow, he's handsome. I think they're like, oh, I think that's Cam.
No, are they saying, how did he get into the club?
I mean, probably. But Kate looked beautiful. God, the girls in their sundresses. Man,
Easter dress.
I love that, dude. I think that's the sexiest thing going. A nice Easter. Mm-hmm. The way women dress up for Easter events is sexy as shit.
Sexy.
I love it. Kate looks so sexy in little sundresses. Girls look sexy in sundresses. The weather's nice. A little windy.
Well, yesterday was perfect weather.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always the case on Easter. Yesterday was the perfect weather. Don't forget about the meaning too, Cam. We don't have to get into the
He is risen.
Well, I'm just saying.
He is risen. He has risen.
Well,
he rose.
Everybody says he is risen.
He is risen.
We're not making fun of it, just for the record.
No.
Okay.
I'm not making fun of anything.
Okay. Because people may take that very serious.
Hey.
I'm
not making fun of anything.
Everyone says he is risen.
He is risen.
One person said he has risen. You know who that was?
You?
Peelsy.
Peelsy
can't even get that right.
Fucked that up. Peelsy, he's like, look, everybody.
He has risen.
That person has risen.
No. He is risen.
Yeah, I know. But Peelsy has to get that out. I saw a lot of those tweets. He is risen.
I sent Cam a text. I'll be honest, and I sent him a text early in the morning, and all it said was, he is risen. Okay? And Cam said, bullshit, he was killed by the Romans.
I'm just saying.
So why are you you're turning,
I don't know.
This is thousands and thousands of years tradition.
I'm just saying.
And now you're saying it's wrong?
No. I don't. You want to go down this road with people? I don't want to.
My response was, I don't think you're right. And you said, I'm probably not.
I'm probably not.
Yeah.
He probably did.
I don't think you're right about that.
He did rise up back in the day. Mm-hmm. He is risen.
Peelsy said he has risen, like it's dough or something. Like he's making biscuits.
Peelsy, did he get bashed?
Peelsy's like, the biscuits have risen.
He has risen. God, Peelsy, I love it. That's funny though. I can't chirp because I'll fuck something up. That's why I don't tweet, man. I hate Twitter. I truly do. But I had a nice weekend, man. I hid the eggs,
Who came over?
Her family.
I was going to invite you over for an Easter egg hunt, actually.
In your little yard, I saw your pictures. Andy's got a yard, and it's just all grass, and it's got a nice fence around it. But
I got a big yard.
You got a big yard, but there's nothing there. It's all grass. So, when you were hiding the Easter eggs,
well, once you get off the
where are
porch,
you hiding them at? There's one's laying in the middle of the grass there, the other one's laying in the middle of the grass there.
Hold on. Outside the perimeter of the fence, there's other areas you.
So they got to climb the fence up and go.
You just open the door.
Okay.
There's a gate. There's a couple different gates for it, and we had eggs in the front yard too.
You got money in those eggs?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did. I hit them pretty good.
Not all of them have money. Some have jelly beans. And Ty kept calling them Skittles. He was like, I'm looking for more with this. I'm like, dude, they're not Skittles. They're jelly beans. This is Easter. Jelly beans are a staple.
Dude, I was so I hid the eggs. I had cash in them. I hid them up by the cemetery too, the hard ones. But then we get done with that, and I come back, and I'm chilling with little Maya, And she's like, I want to watch YouTube in the other room. I'm like, okay, I'll go chill with the doggies in the other room. And she puts on, all they watch is YouTube. Mm-hmm. So they put on these people that they watch, and she's 8 years old. Mm-hmm. So they show these like beautiful looking kids. Like they're like, I'd say 19, 20, young, 21 maybe. Maybe they're older than that, but they just look young. Perfect teeth. The girls are gorgeous. And she's 8. And I'm watching it, and they're doing like little skits of nothing, really. Like they run out in the back. The girls got thongs on the whole time.
Who does?
The girls in the show.
On the YouTube show?
Yes.
You don't have parental controls on that thing?
The girl's like 18, 19. She's got a thong on the whole time. I go, we're all watching it. Like, what are you watching there? And all of a sudden, hot, like beautiful.
Was it a kid's show?
Yes, it's catered to kids. They don't cuss or anything like that. But the girls had thongs on the whole time. I'm like, whoa, like Jesus. So
what kind of
I watched
show
it.
was it?
I don't know. They're like doing like skits, like YouTube, man. These kids are making tons of money. They got like 30 million followers.
Lots of money.
And then they
you see that one guy? He'll like
Mr. Beast.
Well, he's another.
He's
one.
cool too. Like those, I get
Ty
it. Man.
likes him.
But anyway, like you're just watching it and everything. They're doing like goofy stuff, like, "Hey, I'm walking out here, dearie." But then the girls, they got fucking thongs on. You're like, oh, so you can cater to the kids, and then Daddy's gonna watch too. Because the girls got thongs on. Really odd.
Okay.
I mean, like
I
beautiful
don't know what
people.
shows you're watching.
Dude, she put it on.
I mean, I'm the one that has kids.
She put it on.
They have not watched anything with the thongs.
I swear to God, it was like, we're all like, whoa. Like, whoa.
Although,
does Daddy like watching this too?
No, but like my sixth grader, my 12-year-old, she watches the show called Outer Banks. Yeah, all the girls watch that.
Why is there a bunch of good-looking dudes or something?
My wife thinks like it's a little bit too aggressive for like the way they talk about certain. I don't know, man. There's something going on there. So, but they're all watching it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just don't want to be that parent, man. Like I kind of grew up in a little bit of a dysfunctional household, and I just was always like embarrassed sometimes, like when like the parents were around, like not my mom, but like the other kids were around and like my dad was around. Sometimes I would just be like, oh yeah, you have that feeling. Was
he strict?
Kinda, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But like you just never knew what he was gonna say. So
that sucks.
When my kids are around, man, I never want to embarrass my kids. I don't like to say no. I'm really easygoing.
I would say,
and it drives my wife crazy because I'm way too easygoing. But I'm trying, dude. I'm trying.
I would say this, and again, I'm not a parent. Don't take me seriously. I'm a joke. We'll put that all out there. But I would say, if your kids are acting up and say she has her girlfriends over, like you could yell at her. If Ty's got his buddies over and he's doing stupid shit, like you could be like, Ty, fuck off. Like, and buddies will still like it, like you're not. Yeah. But if she has a boyfriend over and you yell at her, don't fucking do that. She'll hate you forever.
I wouldn't do that.
And, well, sometimes you get pissed and it depends. But like, I would just wait to talk to her when he leaves, or Ty when he gets older and he's got girls coming in. Like, just don't yell at him in front of the girls.
See, my wife
who cares about his buddies?
She doesn't get it. Like when she has friends over downstairs, like she doesn't want you down there. So she takes it personal, like when she goes down there, and like Chloe may be like, "Mom, okay, will you leave?" Like type thing. It's like whatever she says, and not those exact words.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Where Chloe, like Laurie, just like wants to like hang out. I'm like, you can't hang out down there.
They don't want to.
You gotta like let it go. You gotta leave them alone. So then she takes it all personal. She wants me to go down there and like be upset about it, and I'm just like, what?
Oh man, they don't want to be around you. No offense.
Not doing that.
You guys are cool.
The latest example.
You're not cool in front of them right now.
Latest example.
They're at a weird age, man.
Can I tell you what happened to me last Friday?
What?
Let me just tell you this. The principal calls, and she's got Ty in there, and now listen. When I was a kid, the principal was always calling, dude. I was like mischievous, never like anything terrible, but always like being funny and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I wasn't doing.
Sure, you're making everybody laugh back.
Oh yeah, I was named class clown, dude, in my senior class
with your long hair. I can see that.
It was kind of long in senior year. Yeah.
So what happened?
But I was named class clown, and most likely to host a talk show too.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, look at you now.
I know. Isn't that amazing?
It's crazy how that works.
Well, back then it was. The big shows were like Jerry Springer and all those type of shows.
Yeah, made a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's not your child. Yeah.
Who was that guy?
You ever see those?
No. What was his
Murray.
name?
Wasn't it Murray?
No, I'm forgetting
What
the name of the Montel Williams
or whatever, and like all those, like either it's like like these parents and the dad will jump up and start going crazy that he's not the poor child that they're showing.
Well, I saw a video of that the other day.
Ridiculous.
That this guy. And he put the video out on Instagram and like social media. I never know how these videos get out because like when shit goes down in my life.
What do you think we do all the time? We post videos of shit.
Not when it's like real serious stuff that's gonna like
like what?
Like he says his 11-year-old son, he just did a DNA test and he told the wife that's not my kid.
Oh, snap.
And she'd been lying to him for 11 years
and getting money from him.
I don't know, man. I guess they were together. I don't know what the situation. So anyway, the principal calls, and another kid whispered in Ty's ear the F word. And
back
it was that one, that word. So then Ty whispered it in his ear. Nobody heard it, no teachers heard it, but I guess Ty and the kid, like, I don't know, just told the teacher or whatever.
Why would the kid tell the teacher?
I don't know. The kid like told the teacher. And this kid, I think, has had issues with other kids dropping like curse words and shit.
Oh God.
So they ask, like, do your parents let you talk like that at home? Like, dude, I've never heard him drop an F-bomb, like, ever, okay? So the principal calls, and she's like, hi. She said, I got Ty in here, and she goes, Ty, do you want to tell him what you said? Ty gets on the phone. He's, like, crying.
Oh.
He's like, I said the F word. I go, okay. And she goes, say the word.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
And he goes, fuck.
Oh, my
I was like, oh, my God. Why did you just have him do that?
Why?
I don't know. That was I'm like, so you know what I said? Okay, don't ever say that again. You know you're not supposed to say that. Where'd you learn that?
Yeah.
He goes, I heard Cam in the car on the podcast.
Oh, God.
I'm like, oh, my God. And I'm trying to be jokety with the principal. I'm like, he probably heard his mom say that. You know, his mom's got loose lips around the house. And she was not having any jokes. I'm like, yeah, you know, sometimes my podcast might be on. I'm talking to my, like, business partner. And I have to tell him all the time, like, Ty's in the car.
Yeah, well.
So then I took control of the situation. And I said, Ty, don't say it again. Now go back to class. Okay? Because, like, if they're a little older, like, I don't have time for that. Like, principals, you just got to deal with shit on your own sometimes.
Like,
don't be calling me.
Yeah.
Don't be calling, like, when they're in, like, high school or something like that, or middle school.
Well, he's young.
Yeah. So, and he was all upset.
Aww.
And so Laurie, she's listening on speaker, and she's like, you know, tell him you love him, you know. So I'm like, hey, I love you, buddy, you know. And he's like, just so he's, like, not flipping out the rest of the day, you know.
Yeah, it's rattling.
He's rattled. He doesn't even know what he's saying. You know, he hears you say it. So I'm just curious what your response is to this.
I mean, I'm not a good influence. Like, people... I could tell you about things, but in reality, like, I'm not a good influence, you know? Like, I drink a lot, I partied, I cuss. Like, there's a lot of things that you shouldn't
Look what
replicate.
they sent home.
What? Yo, see, say F in art class to another boy, call dad and have time meet it off. Oh, jeez.
I know.
My bad.
So they wrote this out. Now, how should they have handled it, Cam? Do they need to have him say that to me on the phone?
No, that's bizarre. I think that
super bizarre.
I think you calling in, like, you can't say F-bombs. Although, who's the kid that ratted him out? Like,
well, I don't want to say his name,
buddy. Like,
no, he told me he's not his buddy anymore.
Well, hell no.
And this kid has had previous issues using foul language in the school.
And then he rats himself out.
Well, because he's been in trouble for it. So now he's trying to tell on other kids. Like, oh, he's saying it. You know what I mean?
Get away from that kid.
It's like, dude, he whispered it. I asked for the whole play-by-play. Like Ty would tell me. I mean, he's like, he was saying it in my ears. He said, now pass it on to my ear. And he said the word. I don't know. Listen, Ty's the youngest man. He's got a 12-year-old sister. He, Uncle Cam is in the car talking all the time. Listen, I'm not trying to rat out my kid. I didn't even know if I was going to tell the story on the podcast or not.
Why?
Well, because I don't want anyone to judge my kid. It's like he doesn't use that type of
fault.
language.
Judge
but
me.
The fact that it's Cam's fault,
it's
I figured we'd go ahead and address it and see if we can, like, you know, turn a negative into a positive.
I'm good around kids, but I'm also bad around kids because of that, you know. Like, I don't know what it is, man. Well, I cuss a lot. I guess that's not good. But sorry about that, man. He didn't get dinged for it, did he? He didn't get any games for it?
No.
That's all right, then. You'll be all right.
But
wake up call.
sometimes I think
Don't listen to me.
Here's my advice when the principal calls. You got to like evaluate the situation on your own too, and you got to take control over the situation. So after he tells you, you're like, okay, and don't make him sitting there all day long or whatever. Like, let's get him back to class so he can learn. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. He's already missed a lot of class
so,
anyway. Last 2 years.
Okay, go back to class.
Go back to class and think about it, or don't worry about it until you get home and
just don't say that again, dude. He would
my
never
bad.
say that.
It's all good
at my house.
I did a lot of weird things, dude. I mean, I got suspended so many times and goofy stuff. I was good until I wasn't. Like, I was a good student until about 8th grade, and hockey was kicking in hardcore. And then I just said, fuck the world, and didn't do it. And then I started getting suspended in high school. My mom was like, what the hell's going on here? Oh, you're playing. She didn't know if you're doing well. We're just leaving every weekend. When I got suspended, I told us I got 10 games because I'm skipping school with my buddies, little 5.0 Mustang, and that parking garage guy was out there who's just a dick. The parking lot attendant, in any school.
Yeah, we all know those guys.
Yeah, and I'm like hanging out like, nee. And I didn't see him. I fucking hit him. And he went over on my hood. And
you hit the guy?
I hit the guy.
Like you ran him over?
Yeah, I didn't see him. He was standing, like, holding the car.
And
I
you only
hit him.
got 10 games for that?
I got 10 games for that bad boy.
Dude, you can't be hitting the guy.
Oh, it's god-awful.
I mean, listen,
that's god-awful.
Those guys would have no chance at our school. And everyone would speed right past the guy. I told you we'd go
he
over
was
to my
stopped
friend's
in the middle.
house.
I wasn't paying attention.
His grandma lived with him, and we'd go over there and play, like, Xbox or Sega back in the day. And she'd be like, aren't you guys in school right now? We'd be like, grandma, the school's on fire. She'd be like, oh, my God. She'd just, like, believe you. And we'd go over there and play Sega. But... Man,
well, you graduated. And
I did graduate.
And you went to college and graduated college.
I did.
Yeah.
I graduated college, 100%.
Yeah.
I was actually way better scholastically in college than I ever was in high school. Really? College, I started to, like, know that, hey, I knew what I wanted to do, and I knew that I was going to stay on that path, and I was going to do it. And
did you dominate gender studies?
No, I was just going to make, like, an effort in school.
Yeah, dude. Well,
you know what I mean?
Paying for it. You might as well make an effort.
Gender studies. I never took that. I told you I was a religious minor for a few weeks before I switched out of that. Went into sociology as a minor, broadcast journalism as a major, and you learn an awful lot. But you know what? I will say this: I learned a lot about journalism, Cam, in college, but I also find that very little of it is actually used. Yeah. In the real world, in terms of how you write out certain numbers versus put the numerical number. Like, there's different ways you can do it. Different words you should use in broadcast writing.
That's right. Yeah, I know.
All that type of stuff.
I'd like
and
to
nobody.
learn that
it's like I felt like when I got to like the real world and started working, I was like, dude, you guys don't even like know. Like, were you guys educated? Did you ever like learn like how like you're supposed to write in broadcast style? And I didn't feel like it was never used.
I did see a lot of people that went to Mizzou and stuff spend all this money on college. And they come back and they're just doing something completely different.
Most people that I know, sure, there's some people that like, even some people that flunked out and had to come home for a year or whatever, then went back.
Yeah,
and I know a lot of people that did that.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Okay, so where me personally, if I like had to like,
they came back defeated.
Where my roommate flunked out.
Yeah.
But he didn't come back home. He just stayed there in the college town, like lived with us and got a job. And
was he scab? Oh, okay, he got a job.
Yeah, and then one of our college buddies started this incredible company, Cam, where he is a guide for people who want to take trips to the Grand Canyon, river trips to southern Utah, river trips at the bottom of the Grand Canyon, and they run the whole company, dude. They cook your food, they set up your tent, they carry all your packs, they do everything for you.
And
These dudes are beasts. Well, they show you what to do with all that type of shit.
You have that weird thing. Mm-hmm. You never heard about this?
You bury it, dude.
No, you don't. You're not allowed to do that.
Sure you are. In the woods?
No, you have to
compost it.
You have to have a new thing now where everybody's got to shit in the same thing, and they vacuum seal, and it's like a machine. They slosh it all down, and it's all one thing.
Yeah, I don't know if they have that.
You can't just shit in the woods.
This type of company,
especially
I don't know if they have that. I'll ask them.
Ask them about that because listen, it's really weird. Like if you go down on a crazy,
I think they just shit in the woods, dude.
No, but you're not supposed to, and you'll get in trouble for it.
And then you bury it.
I believe so.
You bury it.
You bury it. Okay.
It's like you compost it.
Okay. I'm just telling you.
You ever done that?
God, yeah, dude.
Well, come
shit
on,
in the woods?
Yeah.
Where do you think I grew up?
I mean, fuck.
Creve Coeur boy.
You act like it's a
Where do you
foreign,
like? Andy goes like
foreign concept.
Andy acts like he's an outdoorsman. I actually legitimately grew up outdoors.
I lived in the mountains. I told you for several years.
For a couple of years, you lived in the mountains. Yeah, cool. I grew up.
And I traveled.
I grew up in the
coast
woods.
to coast camping.
So did I.
Coast to coast.
Traveled tons, dude. But I grew up legitimately in the woods, and sometimes
but who
you
didn't?
gotta take a
Who didn't in Missouri?
Who didn't?
In Missouri.
What are you talking about?
I was
You didn't?
surrounded by woods. That's all we
Where
did.
in Creve Coeur?
Where
were
in
you?
my neighborhood, we had.
You're in St. Louis County.
Yeah, we had woods everywhere.
Where?
Cam, there's woods everywhere.
With houses.
There's hiking trails everywhere in the county too.
I'm just saying, dude. Look on a map.
I gotta drive you around, dude.
Oh, okay.
And, show you
like
a few
where?
things.
By park? Where'd you grow up?
Well, like it was like
Where was it- what was it
unincorporated
called?
area of, but
Where?
I always called it Creve Coeur because it was close.
Yeah,
to
you're in Creve Coeur. Yeah,
But
you
it
have
was
trees there.
It was
Andy.
unincorporated.
You have trees there. You're 7 minutes from downtown. You're in Creve Coeur. You're
Dude, we
you're
had
not in the woods, man. I'm sorry.
we made clubhouses in the middle of the woods, dude.
Andy goes, I lived in the woods too.
This
Where do you
guy-
live? Creve Coeur. Okay. Get out of here.
This guy doesn't even know. I mean, I'm gonna show you. Ever been to Malcolm Terrace Park, dude? That was close.
I
to
know
my
there's
house.
parks and stuff, but
And that's you're
all right.
miles and miles of
funny,
hiking
Creve
trails.
Coeur.
Miles and miles of hiking trails. They actually that's where all the high school kids would go
fucking-
there and
I had
smoke dope
spider-
back in high school.
I had
We'd be
spiders
young,
bigger than your head.
and
out by
we'd be
me.
young and see them out there like when we were like really young, like in grade school and stuff like that. All the high school kids out there. There was like bodies found in there one time. I know.
you grew up
man.
hardcore,
No,
man.
it was very,
I
very
used to have
dangerous.
ticks. Ticks would like
Oh, dude, you act like you
were
act like
so-
nobody else experienced this.
Not you. I had ticks so bad out there. It was they were gray ticks that you could take a like a magnifying glass in the summertime and they'll pop. Like they were the most disgusting looking
yeah.
thing. They were huge.
They would explode themselves.
They would kill our dogs. Just wouldn't last long with that shit.
Really?
Man. Yeah, because there's so much
from
shit.
Lyme's disease.
Just from them being outside roaming.
There's a product
the
called
woods.
Frontline. We should get them as a sponsor.
I know. I use
And
it.
I used to put it on the back of my dog's neck, and then at the tip
Nasty
of the where the back would meet the tip of the tail. Not the tip of the tail, but where the back,
No,
where
it
the tail attaches. into the
totally
back.
works.
That's where you put it. And so you wouldn't get the fleas, you wouldn't get the ticks
man, they still
because
got 'em,
my
man.
dog was in the woods an awful lot. So.
I bet in Creve Coeur, I bet, man. You had caves. You had
I
volcanoes.
had my dog.
You had the ocean.
When I lived up in the mountains too. We didn't have ticks up there though, man.
No.
In the higher elevation.
Ticks are fucking nasty.
What'd you
man.
think of what Kid Rock did, dude?
Oh, it's goofy, but I like Kid Rock,
Kinda-
dude. He was at the
Was
US.
that an assault rifle?
Yeah, man. I was.
You shouldn't be owning those.
Get out of here.
I answer
You
this.
think he's committing a crime?
No, answer this when I mean this.
Think he's gonna shoot?
How does he get that?
Bought it.
Can you go buy one of those?
Yes, absolutely. I'd load up right now. They're expensive, and ammo's really expensive. But shit, yeah, I'd
What
load up.
does that cost?
It's a lot. It'll cost you thousands of dollars to load up on ammo and stuff. 100%. But man, dude, if I had a little bit more extra cash, like I'd get a huge safe. I got my guns, but I'd load up as much as possible, man. Just load them up.
What are you gonna do if someone breaks into your house? Are you busting thing out?
I'd have a shotgun. Go right for the shotgun.
Well,
first.
what are you doing with
home
the,
entry?
with the
Shotgun.
AR? What are you doing with
Go
that?
shoot it, man. Go shoot it around.
So he's on his farm.
In
it
case
looks like.
China comes,
It looks
I'll
like-
have a little bit of a chance. You come out yonder,
Are they coming?
they could.
Okay, so
Be tough for 'em,
it looked
though.
like he was on his farm, and
350 million guns
I
and
know a farm when I see one, dude.
Yeah.
So it looked like.
You grew up on a farm in Creve
Well,
Coeur.
the farm that I'm looking at has a shooting
How
range
is
on
that?
it.
Yeah, dude. They all do when you
I'm
own
negotiating.
property. You are, because that'd be awesome there, dude. Teach your kids how to shoot, man.
It's a little pricey.
Teach your kid. I know. Of course it is.
For what it is, because the more
Teach
I
your
look
kids how to shoot
around,
guns.
I mean, the acreage, although it's perfect, I don't need a couple hundred acres.
So anyway, about
to
Kid
take
Rock,
care of
though.
all that. But the acreage is maybe a little smaller for the price. But anyway, so Kid Rock, obviously you're not happy with Bud Light.
Dylan
Anheuser-Busch.
Mulvaney, Bud Light.
He
It's
looks
so
very old all of a sudden. Like he's
been in the game a long time.
Yeah,
man.
he
Remember
has
he was
been.
a fucking '99 Woodstock coming out in that.
but I've always
It's
liked
goofy.
I've
Like,
always
listen-
liked Kid Rock. In fact, I was playing some of his music yesterday on Easter during the
music's
Easter egg hunt.
His music's not that good, but I like him. I think he's cool.
Some
as
of
shit.
it's okay.
He loves hockey players.
Drinking whiskey out the bottle is actually.
But let me get to
pretty
Kid
good
Rock
song.
though. Like I'm still gonna drink Bud Light. I'm drinking Bud Light right now. I don't give a fuck about Dylan Mulvaney. Like there's Bud Light. These corporate companies are forced to do this shit, and they think we're sick of talking to the CEO of marketing comes on. She goes, "We're sick of catering to the frat boys. We're trying to get more exclusive."
Did she say that?
Yeah,
as a quote.
No, she was filmed doing it, and so it's just like, yeah, okay, you're not going to cater to them, okay, whatever. Now, would I ever not? I will buy a product because they're because they're maybe pushing some sort of narrative like military or proceeds go to first responders or something. So I'll go out of my way to buy that product. But Bud Light, if I'm at Bud Light and that Dylan Mulvaney's face is on there, like, I'll still buy it. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't bother me. No, it will bother people.
It's not available. They just gave her like her own.
Yeah,
little
but
thing.
there's ones
I don't think
that
they're
say
selling it on the shelves.
Okay, fine, but there's still some that say he, him, and all that stuff. Pronouns
on the bottle.
Yeah, and on the cover of everything. Yeah, and I don't give a fuck. I'll buy that.
Is that true?
Yeah,
they're selling Bud Light bottles. Like if I go to the gas station, it says he, him on it.
Yeah,
like, what does that even mean? Oh,
that's their pronoun.
Those are for pride or something.
Pride, yeah. LGBTQRI plus GQAT. They're just just saying, hey, we love everybody. I get that.
But I mean, that's like when the Blues won the Stanley Cup. They had blues. Yeah. They had blues.
Okay, so my point is, I'm not gonna not buy either Nike or anything like that, because if you really boil down, there's always something connected with something. Oh, you're not gonna buy Nike? Oh, okay. Then don't use your fucking phone. Mm-hmm. Where do you think that cobalt comes from? Why don't you look that up on fucking YouTube? Look up where cobalt comes from in Africa and see these kids dealing with this nasty shit that they have to deal with, so you could sit on your phone. So if you don't like Nike, then you better not look at your damn phone.
Well, Nike,
and if you don't like this is connected to that, and that's connected to this. And Travis Tritt, country singer's like, I'm taking AB products out of my bar. Okay, like, man, I get you, because like there's a lot of weird things going on with age appropriateness when it comes to drag shows and stuff like that. Yeah, so people are freaking out, and I get that. But you're going to take out all your AB products? Good luck with that.
Why?
You're going to have to change all. What do you mean, why?
What do you mean?
There's 50 different products. If you go to any bar, they'll have AB products on every single fucking tap. You're going to have to take all of them out and replace them. And people are going to come in there, and you know what the number one selling beer is? It's Bud Light. It's the number one selling beer.
I get that.
So it's like you're hurting your business to make a point. I wouldn't do that because I don't give a fuck enough. Like, I just don't. I don't have kids.
You're saying that Bud Light, Anheuser-Busch is hurting their business to make a point by supporting an individual?
I think people are going to drink AB products no matter what, because they're good and there's abundance of them. But I do think there's going to be a movement that says, fuck you.
Let's talk facts.
Okay.
So let's talk about the facts. So their beer sales over the next several days dropped significantly.
Yeah. Okay.
I heard like 80%, something crazy.
What?
Well, I don't know if it was that high.
80%.
Maybe at a specific.
That is catastrophic.
Well, maybe it was. I read it in a story, and maybe it was in a specific
80%
specific bar or something. You had people, store owners, posting videos showing their shelves of like all the Anheuser-Busch products that nobody was buying, and he's like freaking out. He's like, I need to sell these to support my family. So hold on. So I think you had a number of country musicians, country music stars come out and saying they're removing Bud Light from their tour. I think Kid Rock did the same thing or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Bud Light people, and I've talked to some people associated with Bud Light, high-ranking executives, as a matter of fact. I don't think everybody was on the same page here. I don't think people knew. I think high-ranking executives were completely blindsided by this.
I agree with
people were on the phone with New York. There's some big-time AB executives that live here in St. Louis, obviously. They're on the phone with New York like what the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing?
Who'd you talk to about this? Who cleared this? Who approved this? And if you know, and it may have changed by today, as of yesterday, Bud Light had gone completely silent on their social media.
Check their Twitter.
Have they said anything now? Nope. So they've gone completely silent. So what you have now is you've got a fracture among Anheuser-Busch executives and different employees
corporate
and
companies
whatever.
are forced. There's something that's called they're forced to hire these people. Man, it's really weird. There's some sort of like thing where they have to hire a certain amount of people, and then they get evaluated.
Did you see the transgender woman who broke the skull of the other woman?
Yes, I did.
What do you think of that?
It's ridiculous, Andy. It's ridiculous. You can't believe everything that you see. But no, I saw that, and I'm like, this is starting to be more. I'm
surprised Dana White would allow that.
That's not in the UFC.
Oh, I thought it was.
That wasn't in the UFC. You're out of your
goddamn
mind.
Like a lower level.
There's a bunch of different. It could have been like. Now Jesse Finney wouldn't do that here, but like there's a.
So there's a bunch of different.
Yeah, and remember I used to go with Finney. That's who I trained with. Like those prices.
Is he a UFC guy too?
Yeah.
Like he'll have his own, like put on his own UFC. Like
UFC is UFC. He'll put on MMA.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
UFC is its own entity.
So MMA is just the
mixed martial arts. That's what they're doing. It's Finney.
I'm considering going into it. Actually,
get Ty into it. I would
MMA.
No, I'd get him into jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. Have him roll around and learn his body weight and stuff like that.
I don't need his skull getting broken.
He's not getting punched in jiu-jitsu. Do you not get that? He gets submissioned. He'll learn how to fucking put you in a chokehold so fast your head will spin.
I didn't know if all those guys needed to be at the UFC.
Oh, it's the coolest. Dude, you're not going to hang party with those guys afterwards? Hell yeah.
You think Trump's partying?
He doesn't party, but he'll be out to party.
What do you mean?
He doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, doesn't do coke, doesn't do anything. He's dead.
Well,
He's been dead
used
sober
to.
his whole life. No, he didn't. He's never did.
You're telling me he never did?
He never did. That's a known fact. He eats McDonald's and drinks Diet Coke all day, but he doesn't drink or smoke at all. Now, Don Jr. might be doing a little bumpy bump here and there, but Donald Trump's never
How much
done that.
Security does he have?
A ton.
When you're the
rightfully so.
president, for life, you always get Secret Service, right?
Yeah.
But he probably needs extra Secret Service.
Big time. But he probably pays for that himself, man. He does that kind of stuff. Anyway, but the UFC fight, so Masvidal loses and he retires, man. And it's sad because he said, I just don't have it anymore. Like when you're a fighter like that, dude, you know when you lost
He
it.
knew
Like,
before the fight,
you
though.
could see it in his eye. He did. You could see in his eyes, like, I don't have the killer anymore. Conor McGregor, he's going to get fucked
You lost
up.
it, too.
Hell yeah. Well, I was going through Suboxone.
Yeah, but you said you
lost
didn't
it.
want to go back and
No.
extend your career because you thought you may get knocked out.
Hardcore knocked out, just like I did that one dude.
What made you think that?
My brain, my experience in life, how fighting works as a whole, it always comes back around and gets you. Like you're always
I've gone this
I've
far,
gone this
and
far.
I'm
I
healthy
Khabib,
and
like
whatever.
I don't want to get knocked out. I did, you know, I'm
don't
done.
get greedy.
Don't get greedy, man. And other things popped up here. Shit, me and you might not be doing this right now if I would have to go over there for 3 more years and start from scratch. Me and you might not have a podcast because I'd be over there and we wouldn't connect, and then we're 3 years behind.
You might not have a podcast if that bear decided to fucking do
Which
something
one?
to me when I ran into it in Tahoe.
The stump that you thought was a bear.
That was a real bear, dude. Oh, man.
So anyway, Masvidal loses a big ass Gilbert Burns.
No one cares about him.
Masvidal?
Is he a big deal?
Fuck yeah.
I mean, no offense to Masvidal.
He's gigantic.
Mazel tov.
It's not in your nerdy household, man. Actually, Ty probably knows him, and you don't. Ty's cooler than you, so you know he's already throwing F-bombs out. The next thing he's going to do is he's going to be wheeling chicks left and right, and you're going to get another phone call. Ty keeps kissing girls all day. He's having makeout sessions with girls all day. Like, oh, really? Like, Ty, you can't do that. Hit the rock. But anyway.
Say the word.
So anyway, Jorge at the end.
I said the F word. No, say the word.
That's fucking dumb. You're going to repeat that? No. You don't repeat that. Don't say it again.
I was like,
You're not allowed to say it
I was
until
like,
you get
I
older.
get it. I know what he means by that.
Yeah. What do I look like? She probably didn't think that you knew what it was. She probably thought, he probably thinks it's fart. She's like, she's so out of touch.
Foot.
Stupid. Say it again, Ty. He's crying.
I know.
Like, that's not an easy word to say when you're a kid in front of
Hell
your dad
no.
and a principal. Why the hell did she do that? You say, no, don't say it.
Some people
Now
out there
I'm pissed.
listening.
I started this whole thing. Now I'm pissed at
People
her.
out there listening think I should have gone gotten really upset, but
Nah, it's all good. You don't need to get upset all the damn time. It's all good, man. There's gonna be a billion other things that you're gonna have to deal with.
I was like, go back to class.
Go back to class and don't worry about it. We'll talk later. We got hockey.
I got shit going on. Yeah,
Fucking shit.
we got hockey.
Got fucking
tonight.
hockey night. Settle down. Jesus. Stupid. They make a big. Let me tell you what he said. Like, I think they get a kick out of it.
Oh yeah.
Like, you need to control your kid.
Like if he's saying,
Like he's such a bad kid.
like you said to if you're talking to the teacher. Now listen, it's way too young
Man,
to be
I see
using that language, but like, hey,
all
listen, I'll give you another example. Ty, we took a friend of his to practice, dude, and the kid in practice. In the back seat, it's a couple days beforehand. I wonder if this is even where the idea originated. He said, "Hey, someone in my class said the F word."
So it wasn't me.
No, it was a different school. Like this other kid.
Oh,
was
so
telling him. So like I'm
They
just
heard
saying.
the podcast too?
Nah,
Because no one else calls
it wasn't
me,
you.
right?
But that was a
Andy's
great
blaming this
answer.
on me.
That was a great answer when he's like, "Well, I heard Cam say it on the podcast."
Man. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Like, it's all good. I'm sorry. And then he said it again, and it had nothing to do with me because of the stupid principal.
Can you call up to the principal and like say, "Hey,
We'll just make fun of her on here. They'll figure it. They could put it all together too, just so you know, and know who she is.
Oh my god. They probably hate me.
They probably do.
The principal.
Yeah. Like,
They want me to be like, how dare you say that?
he never does this.
Instead, I was like, okay, go back to class.
Like my mom and dad were the same way, man. They're just like, what do you do? Okay. Well, it's all
I go, okay, we'll talk about it when you get home. You know you can't
He's
say
got
that.
hockey.
And I was like, who taught you that word? Because that's what I wanted to know. He's like, I heard Cam say it.
Oh, man. Like, sorry, man.
So
What do I do, man? You know, like.
it's on you.
I don't, I'm not around children a lot. Like, I'm just not.
No?
No, I'm not.
Well, you think you know everything about kids.
No, I was a kid.
Cam's like the guy who gives parenting advice who's never had a kid.
What have I been wrong about?
I don't know.
Let me know.
I mean, you probably have been.
I mean, let me know. You guys could text me all you want. Cam, you're completely wrong about this situation. I'm like, okay. And I'm wrong.
Okay, so Bud Light, you have no problem drinking it. You're going to drink it.
Yeah, I'm drinking it right now.
But a lot of people aren't.
Yeah, that's fine. Because it's stupid. And they should get dinged for being stupid like that. Wokey poo stupid.
Hey, real quick, Ty's birthday's coming up. Can we have a birthday party at the golf course? Like, do they do that?
At my golf course?
Yeah.
For you?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck no. Why would they have you and your family come to the course?
No, there's like a lot of kids that are going to come.
Well,
it's not just us. There's a lot of kids.
Absolutely ridiculous.
What do you mean, dude?
Absolutely ridiculous.
They don't do anything like that?
I mean,
in
they
the
do if you're a
clubhouse?
member.
Well, you could probably hook that up.
I mean,
Don't forget, we've got our charity.
Yeah, what else you want?
We've got our charity golf thing coming
Want
up.
me to just give you a membership when we buy it?
Well,
for
that's
you?
not a bad idea.
No, man, you can't do that, dude. You gotta get off your wallet and become a member somewhere if you want to be able to, enjoy the fruits.
I don't know where to have it. See, a lot of the parents when their kids' birthday, they're having like hockey birthday parties, which are great, but they scrimmage the whole hour and have fun playing hockey. But then they have practice that night too, and they played like the 5 days before that. It's almost like too much. It becomes like another hockey practice. So I don't know what to do, dude.
I take them on a little float trip.
Okay, that is the worst idea ever.
Why?
You need like life jackets and all that. I don't need to be in charge of all that.
Can you swim?
Can I? Yeah. Well, the float trips, the water's very shallow. I don't know if you've ever been there.
It depends on where you're at, homeboy.
It can get a little deep.
And by the way, sometimes you get jammed up. A lot of people get jammed up.
I understand that.
So maybe not. Like, I don't know. When I'm a kid, I didn't want to go golf. I want to go on the water somewhere. I already played enough
May's
hockey.
a little early for that.
Yeah, it's going to be a little chilly.
Early May.
It'll be cold water.
Mid-May, late May.
Late May?
Well, like
right.
mid to late May.
That means like the snakes aren't abundant. Like, you're okay. Like, sometimes it's nice to do this stuff before all the nastiness comes full effect.
Oh,
like going on hikes, exploring your neighborhood, stuff like that. I like doing it in October, November, or April, or something like that when the weather's changing. So it's nice, but you don't have the bullshit, man.
Right.
Like I told all y'all out there, like Missouri has some nasty ass insects and stuff, dude. Like it's
spiders and stuff.
It's just tough to deal with at times in full force summer.
Okay, so we started
And the heat.
episode number 233 of the Cam Strick Podcast, presented by Hair Club for Men and Women. Hairclub.com. Cam, your hair's looking a little bit thicker.
It's getting there. I haven't got my surgery. I'm getting my surgery done May 5th on a Friday.
Like, you can't be all of a sudden showing up with like thicker hair
No,
than me, dude. Like, you can't be doing all that.
No, it won't. It'll take a year.
Will it grow?
Yeah, it takes a year.
Oh,
to
wow.
grow. Yeah.
So you taking the pill?
Not yet, dude. I haven't got my shit done. I'm gonna take the pill a week after I get my surgery done. So I gotta get PRP. I gotta get my surgery, and then I'm gonna take a pill, and it's gonna grow thick and luscious.
Hey, listen, don't even worry about it, Cam. You'll get right through it. It's no big deal. I just want to let you know.
I've done this before.
You're gonna be fine.
I've done this before.
No, I just want to let you know you're gonna be fine.
Thanks, Andy.
Cam, it's no issue whatsoever.
I've had surgery, man, and not even take a freaking Advil.
Do you need me to go there that day or
Yeah.
hang out with Kate?
No, they're very nice to me there.
Are they?
Well, you want to go hang out with Kate while I'm doing my surgery done?
Maybe
You weirdo.
Maybe I'll do that.
You weirdo.
So
I'm telling you, man, you break up with your girl, you think all your buddies that like you and you guys are friends, they'll be sniffing around like you can't believe.
Could that be like the hardest thing to ever deal with? Like, any guys out there who have been divorced and all of a sudden your friends are like talking to her on the side and they're acting like they're being there for her.
Are you okay?
Like that would kill me to the core.
Here's how it would kill me. And here's how it wouldn't kill me.
There's really nothing you can do about it.
Here's how, if Kate and I just fall apart and she doesn't love me anymore and we just fall out of love and it was organic, it just happened slow and it just happened. and she starts doing her thing, I'd be like, you know what? Fuck, I'll get through it, and I'll be okay in my head. Now, it'd be tough and see her, because, listen, Kate she can walk in anywhere and wheel anything, because she's a beautiful woman, just like your girl can. Don't ever think otherwise. It's so much harder for you to go fucking talk to a chick than your fucking wife. Talk to any guy, anywhere, anytime. Just so all y'all know that. Don't be fucking naive when it comes to that bullshit, because you're going to be wrong. So if I didn't fuck up and we broke up and Kate did her thing, and I'm like, it would hurt me, but it wouldn't hurt me to the core. I'd still be able to live my life. Now, if I done fucked up, and I'm in fucking wherever, and I cheat on her, and she fucking leaves me, and it's my fault, I'm in a goddamn mental jam like you cannot believe.
Yeah.
The other way, if we break up organically, it'll be tough, but I'll get out of it. Like, I'll be like, no, Cam, like, you're okay. But if I fucked up.
You got to dust your shoulders.
Oh,
off.
God, if I fucked up and then that would be tough.
Cam, you just got to pick yourself up.
That'd be tough.
You got to pick yourself up.
Because you fucked up.
Yeah.
It wasn't you, both of you. It was you.
Yeah, well, let's hope.
You know what I mean?
Let's hope, you don't.
No, that guy can't wheel a girl anyway. I'm a mutant. They think I'm a clown. They want to be around me and because I'm fun and I know how to have fun, but I'm a mutant. I'm like their friend. They want to hang out.
How'd your ham turn out? Cam's making a ham.
It was pretty good.
You're so stereotypical, dude. Like, be original for once.
Okay.
Everybody's making a damn ham. Be original.
I love ham, dude. It's easy to do.
You know what a ham came from, don't you?
Yeah.
Like, which part of the pig, you think?
Fat ass, boy.
The ass?
Yeah, right there. The ass part.
That's what you're eating when you eat ham?
I believe so. I'll eat any part of that pig like you can't believe. Pork is so damn good.
Would you eat the nose?
Yeah, I would. I'd eat the
tongue.
Yep. It wouldn't be my number
Heart.
one. I'd eat the tail. I'd eat all of it.
Heart.
They get all the organs out before you do this.
People eat animal heart, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I would if I'm in Last of the Mohegans or something, or fucking Dancing with the Wolves, and I'm in a fucking teepee smoking peace pipes, and they have a fucking
heart.
A heart that you got passed around, everybody takes a chunk out of it, I'll fucking do it.
Okay.
With the good people.
I'd throw up all over the place.
With the good people. But yeah, cooking ham's easy, man. 9-pounder. I made this.
Did you put pineapple on the top of it?
No,
Because that's what you're supposed to do, Cam.
I know what the fuck to do.
And brown sugar.
Don't tell me how to cook,
and
especially
maple
meat.
syrup, dude.
I did all that. It was crunchy. It was crispy.
How long did you cook it for?
About 2.5.
You put it on the grill?
No, I put it in my oven.
You put some foil on that thing?
At the beginning, yeah. And then I took the foil off, and I kept basting it every 15 minutes at 425.
Okay, that's way too much, dude.
I overcooked one side of it.
You're over-basting it, dude.
No, I overcooked once. I feel like it didn't cook even.
This did not come out good.
Dude, there's so much meat.
Who ate it?
My dad, everybody. Cooked it for everybody.
Everybody?
Yeah. I'm going to eat some
more.
Like
Kate's family?
Oh, God, yeah.
You had enough for everybody?
Oh, yeah.
And leftovers?
It was a 9-pounder, yeah.
Doesn't sound huge.
It's enough
a 9-pound turkey's not very big.
It's a lot of meat, dude. It's a lot of meat.
You make sandwiches with that?
Goddamn right. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You put it in your breakfast, eggs?
I mean, yeah, Andy, I get up at 4:15. I don't eat breakfast at home at 4:15 in the morning. Like, I am gone.
Ham and eggs is a staple.
Yeah.
Okay, so we started the show saying, hey, what do you say?
Yeah.
So, Leah Hextall, you know who that is?
Yeah. Come on now. He scars.
She's a play-by-play announcer.
Yeah.
For the record, for those of you asking, and I know a number of people have, she is not Ron Hextall's daughter.
No, it's his
niece.
Niece, yeah.
Or cousin or something.
Yeah, they're related.
No, it's cousin.
They're related.
It's cousin.
It's
yeah,
Hextall.
cousin.
Yeah.
But how about the fact that, and this is where they got to have flex scheduling in hockey, in the NHL. Seattle had never made the postseason, obviously, in their history. This is the first time. And on the game you're going to clinch to get into the playoffs for the first time, you're not going to have their announcers call the game. Yeah, John Forsland, Eddie Olczyk.
Yeah.
They should be calling the game. They're around the team all the time. Their fans are watching the game. Put their broadcasters in the booth for a game of that magnitude with that much historical significance, Cam.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta. That's the first step. Now, what she did is kind of a major no-no in the broadcast industry. So John Forsland, his what he's known for is saying, hey, what do you say? Hey, he typically does that when it's like a clinching goal or when the game gets out of hand. You know, they score a goal late, whatever. to basically assure victory for that specific game. He'll say, hey, what do you say?
Hey, what do you say?
Hey, what do you say? You know, he does that. So she's doing the game for Seattle. Seattle scores, and she says, hey, what do you say? I mean, I was like, so Eddie Olczyk, the next time, I guess, I'm assuming it was the next broadcast for Seattle, basically takes her to task and says, listen, it's like a form of flattery and all that, but if you're going to use somebody else's call that they're known for, and we're talking like 20 plus years deep that people have been knowing that, you know, John Forsland's been doing this, you would think you would like mention the person's name who you're imitating. Just say, hey, that was for you, Seattle fans, and John Forsland. Of course, the great John Forsland, who I love, by the way, is one of the most talented broadcasters in the game.
Great reputation.
We love Eddie O. We had a great interview with him when he came on here. And, I mean, you should basically say, hey, that's John Forsland's call, and kind of make a joke out of it, saying, I'm just giving, you know, paying homage to my man, Johnny Forsland.
Johnny Forsland's been in the game a long time.
She didn't do that. Yeah. So Eddie O had to come out and basically say, hey, listen, like, you don't do that. So please, like, mention the person's name who you're imitating, please. Yeah, you could tell he was very annoyed by this. And I don't blame him.
Yeah, man.
Why would you do that? It's like going on a broadcast. Like if I was filling in and I started like yelling "Holy jumping" all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
You don't do that.
I know. I get that. Or like, you know, somebody's like, they open their beer up and they start saying "yoink." I'd be like, "Whoa!"
Oh my God, I would.
Whoa,
not like that.
whoa!
I know.
Or swinging dicks.
No.
I'd be like, "Whoa, that's my jam."
No shit.
Play with me like that. You gotta give me a shout out.
Like
You're gonna use my bullshit.
Like if Leah went on the broadcast and said something like that, you would not be.
She cracked a beer and said "yoink." I'd be like, "Go! What the fuck?"
You wouldn't.
Like, give me a shout out.
So Leah has had her fair share of taking her fair share of criticism.
Oh, she's taking a beating, dude, all year long.
Yeah,
she's just not very good, man. It's all right. She's not very good. I don't know. So if she was a dude, I'd say he's not very good.
I look at her as almost like an e-bug.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Where maybe she played some broadcasting at like a lower level or something like that.
I don't know.
But then all of a sudden gets an opportunity to do it in the show when there's a lot of people out there who have been grinding it just to call one game in the NHL, and they just hand it over to individuals who have not earned the right necessarily to just be given that type of opportunity.
Who hired her?
It's not fair. I mean, there are great broadcasters who have been grinding it out at lower levels, American League, college, whatever, who have never been given an opportunity, who have probably applied for NHL jobs over and over and over again, and she gets the opportunity when she hasn't necessarily paid her dues. This isn't about male versus female for all of you out there who want to make it about that. And if there's a great female play-by-play announcer, bring them on.
Yeah.
I don't care about that.
Yeah, no.
But if they haven't paid their dues and they haven't earned the right to do that, when you've got a lot of quality, capable people who are being overlooked.
You know, when you're not like you just could tell by the negativity with everybody online. Like you can't help but see it everywhere. Like everybody chirps about her and her calls and stuff like that. For the most part, like I see it nonstop. Do people chirp Eddie Olczyk for anything, or they chirp like she's getting bashed? She has to be able to.
Well, they've had other people do games too that probably shouldn't be doing games.
I get that.
There's been a lot.
Who hired her?
Well, ESPN, I guess.
Just curious.
That's who she works for. What do you mean, who hired her?
I'm just saying, like, who?
Well, you think TNT hired her? She works for ESPN.
I'm just saying, like, what individual hired her, and what was their thought process, and who else was in the mix?
I don't know.
That's what I want to know.
But then all of a sudden they have her reporting certain games. It's like they took her off. And then now she's back doing a game of that historical significance for the Seattle Kraken.
The NHL doesn't know.
And then she's not only is she stealing it, because, listen, this drives like local play-by-play announcers crazy. They want to be in the booth for that type of call. The first ever playoffs in their history, they want to be making that call.
And then she
so not only does she do the game, she steals his call.
I know.
Like what?
Yeah, she's taking. I just want to know what the thought process was up in the hierarchy of ESPN, and see who else was in the mix. And it's like, here's why we hired her. Blah blah blah. Because right now I'm like, she's not that good. Hey, look, I'm not that good at a lot of things. I'm not that good at anything.
They wouldn't put you in the booth.
Wouldn't put me anywhere. They're scared of me.
Do play-by-play.
I suck. But she's not very good either. I don't know. Like, it's okay.
So she's like an e-bug because like then you have the e-bug situation in Toronto.
Widman.
Chris Widman
we love him.
from the Canadians.
He's a St. Louis boy.
I love Wides. Basically comes out and says they'll get what they deserve in like a week or two.
Yeah.
Or whatever he said.
Yeah.
They've got it coming or whatever.
Well,
Basically insinuating, hey, you're going to lose in a few weeks. So,
might.
hey, people around the league, man, players, I've talked to a number of them, Cam. They think they say Toronto is the most arrogant organization in the league.
Really? I can see that. I could see that.
I mean, their leadership has very limited like hockey background and stuff like that too. I mean, I know they've worked in management, different teams and stuff like that. I'm not talking about Shanahan.
No, I know.
You know, so and it's very analytics.
Baseball.
There's like too much analytics.
It's Ali Marmol.
There was only one arbitration hearing last summer, I believe, and analytics they're not even mentioned by the arbitrator. We always talk about analytics. You know, I don't need everyone to like tell me what I already know. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, you know, you don't have the statistical data to refer to where you say, wow, this guy is top 5 in rush chances and cycle chances and whatever. But you know which players are good on the rush.
I could see what I see, dude. I could see the game, man.
You know, let me say this about the NHL, this e-bug. I think the e-bug is the most embarrassing thing going in professional sports. I think it is so embarrassing.
Toronto did this a couple times.
There shouldn't be an e-bug. You should never have an e-bug. You should never in professional sports have to resort to bringing in a guy to play in a real game who isn't good enough to play at that level, who isn't signed to play at that level, who doesn't belong there. Like, you got goalies all over the place.
Yeah, I know.
Who are just, like, dreaming of an opportunity, who have been in the minors. They played all over the world.
I agree.
They've never gotten that chance. And some dude who sells insurance or goes to college at the University of Toronto is getting an opportunity before they do.
Vending machines.
So we got to find a way, NHL, to get around this. And there's no excuse not for every team to carry a third goaltender that is cap exempt, where it doesn't count against the salary cap. Maybe you're blending salaries together, whatever you're doing. You should always have a third goaltender on hand in the event that you need to resort to another goaltender because your backup goaltender's hurt and then your starting goaltender gets hurt during the game, and you're not calling on the guy who sprays pesticides during the day who all of a sudden is going to come in and play in an NHL game, dude. It's goofy. It's embarrassing. The e-bug, the most embarrassing thing going in all of professional sports. You would never see it in any other sport, Cam.
Yeah, I get you. I don't think it happens enough to where it's that big of a deal. But now that it does happen here and there,
it always happens with the Canadian teams. You notice
that?
Yeah,
and then they make a point to put them in there with a minute to go to say, fuck you, Montreal. We're gonna put this kid in there. Like, God. I'd be pissed too a little bit. Like, don't get me wrong, and it's good for the.
Was that disrespectful?
I'd be pissed. Like, here you go.
And apparently it took him several minutes to get himself ready to get into the game.
So now you're like they're looking at you like,
so
you
now
mother.
They're waiting.
If I'm Montreal, I'd probably start a fucking shit show.
Right off the bat. Somebody should just run his ass.
Not him.
Okay.
Beat up somebody on their team that directly affects their organization. Right? Like, you beat up their e-bug. Well, the guy's coming back. Who cares? Well, I beat him up. It's not his fault.
How about Sheldon Keefe?
I'd be like, fuck you, Keefe. Like, and I love Sheldon and I love Adam. And I respect both of them. But I would be like, you're going to fucking do this? I'm going to grab this motherfucker and I'm going to ragdoll him.
Okay. How about Sheldon Keefe coming out publicly and saying it wasn't his decision and that it came down from the board? Did you see that?
What?
Play the clip, Brody. And let everybody hear this.
Yeah, put it on the mic. We'll put it on the mic.
Sheldon Keefe said it wasn't my decision. It came down from the board. Like, what? Somebody else is deciding during the game, telling you who to put in?
What is this, baseball?
Could you imagine if Mike Babcock was the head coach of the Maple Leafs?
Torts.
And the board came down, or Torts? They'd be like, get the fuck
Torts
out of here.
benches himself.
I know. He won't let anybody in the room.
Weird. It's so weird.
Jared Bowles says that.
Yeah, and like, wait, right. Yep, go up. Wait, excuse me, sir. What's going on up top? Yeah. Oh, put the e-bug in. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
What? Oh, I don't know.
It's coming from the board.
Like, Berube's like, what? Ruby like, what? I got to put a fucking e-bug in? We're up by 6. I got to put an e-bug in? Against a team that, like, a respectful fucking team? Like,
listen to this.
All right, play this in the mic.
was not my decision, and word came down to me about 30 seconds before the whistle came, and made it happen. Whose decision was it? It's not important.
Oh, wait. Damn,
so he's
boy.
throwing somebody under the bus, too.
He's probably like, fuck this shit.
And I don't blame him at all.
I know.
He's like, I'm going to take the heat from this. I got Montreal pissed off at me.
I know.
You got to have some class.
I know.
And you got to respect the game. We always talk about respecting the game and having class and having character and all that stuff. If I'm the head coach and this was forced upon me, and here's a guy
who? Doobie?
Well, I don't know. He's been around.
Little Doobie?
Sheldon Keefe's been around long enough where nobody should force him to do anything.
Doobie?
Little Doobie, man. I don't know.
Just a little guy. He's just a little guy. He was looking at the analytics and said, analytically, this e-bug is going to help us with the last minute. Analytically. Is that what he said?
Probably. We need that.
Christ,
he didn't face
stupid.
a shot. So Chris Widemans comes out. Probably a lot of players are thinking that, but I like your mentality. They should have just all of a sudden just said, okay, we're going to. And I know it's at the end of the game and they get fined and all that.
Who cares?
bullshit.
You're out of it. Take a fine. They'll pay for it. Fucking ragdoll somebody and look at Keefe and be like, you want to fucking do this? Although Keefe's like, fuck that. He'll probably point upstairs like, they did it. Little Doobie made me do this shit. The fuck is going on there?
So,
Jesus.
do you agree with me that every team should have a third goalie on hand?
Yeah, I get that. I don't know how they're going to. And listen, the third goalie, too, by the way, it's not just about like playing in once in a while. No. Like, if you're an e-bug, all these practices that the main goalie, the starting goalie, and sometimes a backup can't make, like, you're sitting back, you're practicing with the hurt guys. You're there all the time. They could use you in so many different ways besides playing.
Well, not
to where it's
and
right?
sometimes like the goalies don't need to go on the ice the next day.
That's
and
what I
stuff
mean.
Like that.
And you just have the e-bug go out
Yeah.
there, like our boy Daddy Padre,
Yeah, I
Kyle
know,
Stewart
but
here.
this is
Like,
I'm talking an NHL goalie.
I know.
I'm talking a real goalie.
But even
be
in
a part of the team, be with the team every day, home and on the road.
I get that. No, I know. But you're also like the dude in the summertime that's getting the guys in shape before they have training camp and stuff. Like you could be used.
Every market has guys like that.
I know. But instead of just using him during the game, you could use him if you're paying him. No, he's your motherfucker for everything.
Yeah.
So you're
But
going
not,
here.
but not a shitty goalie.
No, a good one. You're paying him probably
Yeah.
$80,000.
So these e-bugs are embarrassing to hockey. Now,
It's
I
a
don't
joke.
know about this guy.
It's a joke.
He plays at University of Toronto. Maybe he's okay. I have no idea.
It doesn't matter. It's like a Montreal. Hi, little Montreal. Hey, little American League team. We're going to throw this e-bug in last minute. We're up by 6 on you. Because people are going to be smiley, and we're going to make people laugh and be happy in Toronto about an e-bug. They don't give a fuck there. They need you to win in the first round.
It's like
You're toying with them.
didn't Edmonton do the same thing?
Yeah,
recently?
Connor actually said.
And Connor McDavid was like, put this kid in, like it's some type of exhibition.
Well, then I'm just saying.
Well, it didn't come from like
I would have been pissed.
Austin
would've been
Matthews or
pissed.
something.
You know, he's looking in the stands. At that point, 7-1, he wants to get the fuck out of there.
Go play with Bieber.
Go play with Bieber or something. He doesn't care about that goalie. Little Doobie. Hello, Sheldon? Hi, it's me, Little Doobie. Hey, listen, real quick, can you put the e-bug in with a minute? The fuck?
A minute.
Like, what?
We're up 7-1.
We're up 7-1. What do you want me to do? Oh, Sheldon, can you put that e-bug in, please? Last minute. Thank
Sheldon,
you.
how do you say
I'm looking
okay?
at the analytics right now, and I think this is the best thing for the program. Thank you.
If I'm Sheldon, I'm like, no. And then what are they going to do? Fire you
What are
the
you
next day? And if they do, you say, yeah, they fired me because I wouldn't put in the insurance salesman.
Yeah, I know. Because I'd say go fuck yourself.
And then he get a job
because he's
somewhere
going to get
else.
fired anyway if they don't get out of the first round.
Right.
But if they do get out of the first round, you're going to probably.
So does it make them look weak? Or do you just have to do what they're telling you to do?
I don't know. I don't know enough about
Who's
their
the board?
situation.
Who's delivering that message? Get the fuck out of there.
Probably
Listen,
about-
I know
probably- hey, with who knows?
Hey,
probably people have nothing to do with hockey.
Joel Quenneville. There used to be a
The
guy
board.
who worked with the Blackhawks.
Yeah.
Who was kind of like, I don't know what his real responsibility was. He wasn't really management, but he was kind of around management all the time. I think his name was like Al McIsaac or something like that. Really nice guy, very energetic. Always wore Stanley Cup rings around, like.
Well, if you had one, I'd wear it.
Sure. So he would go down into Joel's office, I heard. After games, maybe, between periods, I don't know. But he would, give his opinions. And I think I heard good sources, Joel would say, "You get the fuck out of my office and don't ever fucking come back in here."
Out of my face.
Okay? And you want to fire me? I'm really fucking rich. I don't fucking need you. I'll go get another fucking job.
Get the fuck out of my face.
And so that's the coaches I like.
No shit. Get out of my face.
So Sheldon,
be out of your mind.
You think John Tortorella? Could you imagine Daryl Sutter? Somebody coming down. Chief.
He ain't doing that. He'd be like, "What, little doobie? Go sit down, little doobie."
Put him in.
Hi, Chief. It's Doobie. Hi, I'm up here. Yeah, can you what? Motherfuck. Embarrassing. Lucky man. You're like, if this was fucking 15 years ago, and I know that's easy to say, 15 guys would have been pissed playing donkey games like that. You're up by 6. Put the E-bug in there for shits and giggles. For shits and giggles. The kid's already in the locker room. The kid's already hanging out. Like, you need to play him for a minute.
All right, Connor McDavid, by the way, up to like whatever.
150?
150.
Yeah.
He's got 60-something goals. You got Pasta now. Pasta gets to 60 goals. This is the first time since like the mid-90s that the NHL has had 2 goal scorers reach 60. I think it was like Mario and...
I thought it was Bure and somebody in the late 90s.
It was in the 90s.
For Florida.
It was like...
Bure and Yager or something.
No, the Mario and somebody.
Oh, really? And then the goals are up, man. They're up.
They are.
They're up big time. Hockey's pretty entertaining, man. There's been some good fights, too.
Who do you want to get? You want Florida to get in?
Yeah, because...
I want Pittsburgh to get in, too, dude. I just like seeing Crosby in there.
I know. I like... Matthew and Brady had a shit
The Islanders don't do it for me.
No, I know. I'm rooting for Lou and those guys. How about Borvat? Bo Horvat?
Borat?
Chirping to Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that?
I don't mind it.
He was the captain there.
I don't mind it because it's entertaining. I just don't like when people bash fans.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those fans supported you, man. I know some of them are assholes, but, like, I'm always on the fans' side, even if I play for a different team.
Really?
Chirp your fucking organization. We chirp the fan base. Did he chirp the fan base? A lot easier. What did he say?
Said something. You guys are better than the fans in Vancouver or something?
Yeah, something like that. And that's not a lie.
And if that's not right, then I apologize. I don't have that exactly.
Yeah, or something. He said.
But he did compare. He said Vancouver's better than New York. Or New York is better than Vancouver.
Eichel did the same thing, But
Eichel kind of fucked up his thing. You know, this was more like in jest, kind of like fun.
It does. It looks, because it seems like you're still pissed about the situation.
Right.
Situation. So it makes it like if you break up with your girlfriend, like, fuck that fucking bitch. Like, oh.
I want Erik Karlsson to get to 100 points. I think it'd be cool as a defenseman.
It'd be like 15 guys this year. What about the 2 players that have 75 points or more and 100 penalty minutes or more? Who are they?
That's not it.
Who are they?
Well, it's both the Kachucks, but I don't think that's it. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
75 points and 100 penalty minutes.
It's pretty good.
Of course it's those two.
Did you see those 2?
They're both fighting at the same time
They're so fucking
on the
hilarious.
ice.
Did you see fucking Matthew rock that dude in Ottawa?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, knocked him out.
DeBrincat.
It was DeBrincat. Knocked him out. They were going crazy, like a ton of penalty minutes in that game.
Oh, yeah.
Those 2 run the whole league,
I think
man.
Ottawa,
I'm sorry.
Ottawa had like 70
I like that Ottawa
shots
team.
on goal.
I like that.
50 shots on goal.
Yes, they lost by 6.
They lost. I know.
I like that Ottawa team. Like, Brady is so fucking entertaining. He's so raw. Matthew's not as raw as Brady. Matthew might be a little bit better player, maybe, like he does crazy stuff. Like Matthew had a play the other day where he had the puck and he put it between his legs and he flipped it up. And he, like, for a breakaway for somebody in his own zone. Like,
really?
Yes, it was ridiculous.
Like a pass between the legs pass?
Yes, flip, pass, breakaway.
Oh, my God.
It's unbelievable. So I think in, like, skill set wise, like,
no, Matthew's
more skilled. Okay, I get that. But Brady's a motherfucker. Brady's not, like, Matthew's a little, like, I might fight you, I might not. I might hit you, I might not. Brady's, like, full force, 100 miles an hour, fall into you,
He'd fight
toe-to-toe anybody. I don't give a fuck attitude. He's so damn cool.
Throws to hurt.
He throws to hurt you. He'll take a punch. He'll hit you in weird spots. He'll bulldoze your goalie. He doesn't like Matthew's like sneaky dirty like Otter used to be, Stevie Ott. Brady's like in your face like I'm a heavyweight with skill. There's a difference. It's really weird, man. It's awesome to see. Like Brady is fearless. He is fearless beyond belief. With fighting, with hitting, with going into corners, he is 100% fearless. It's unbelievable. And he's good. Fuck, I love him, dude. I love both of them, but Brady, god damn, dude, you're like my number one.
So listen, my
number
kid,
one,
his
dude.
birthday's coming up, and I can't. Like all these kids, are like all these birthday when they skate, they're all wearing like these different jerseys. You got like a Connor Bedard, like Regina Pats jersey. You got like a Bergeron jersey. Everyone's got McDavid jerseys and whatever. I don't know. I don't know which kid to get.
Get a Brady.
Really? An Ottawa jersey?
It's not about Ottawa. It's about him.
I know.
It's about, hey, Ty, be like him.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to mold your game around anybody, I know you're not going to be that tall. You're not going to be that big. But you could be that mean.
You never know.
You don't know. You don't know. But you could be mean. You don't have to be tall to be mean.
I looked at your picture the other day, dude. I don't know how you got your size next to your dad. I saw Denny.
I know.
He's not a big dude.
My dad shrunk. He shrunk.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. But you could see, like, the way he's built his arms
A little
and stuff.
bit.
You know.
He just didn't train the way you did.
Well, no. He was hauling the big waterproofing hose. He was jacked as fuck. Dude, he's almost 70 years old, man. He's been through a lot of different things.
But you're like 5'8". He must be like...
I'm 6 foot. He's 5'9". But he's probably like 5'7" now, you know.
But he looks like your brother.
Yeah. He looked pretty good in that picture, man. People, it's so funny. I love posting on Facebook and all the old Cougars that knew my dad.
The Cougars,
Oh,
are they coming out?
Oh, my God, Denny, you look great. Look at those veins. Heart, Denny, Denny.
Yeah.
All the women wanted to fucking talk to my dad. Oh, yeah.
So, Pasternak, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's on a different level, too, this guy.
Man, he's cool shit. I like that Pasta dude. Little Hattie the other day does his thing. I like Brad Marchand, man. Bergeron's kind of nerdy, but he's a damn good player. I just feel like he's kind of like, he does like, you got to be under this amount of, I get all the discipline. So I can see where Bergie's like the captain. Like, he's just, like, he's like, if you went out.
You got to have that guy.
I know you do.
But you know what? He was in that picture when they all went out and they're having breakfast and having beers and all that, dude. I think
I hope he's
100% one of the boys.
I hope he is, right? You don't want to be excluded from because everybody's different, and
he's not David Backes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not chirping Backes at all. I just had a great interview with him the other day.
Or Prong.
Phenomenal interview. Pronger, whatever. But Pronger, he was younger.
He did it, and it worked.
He was doing his thing.
But it worked for Pronger because Pronger's playing so many minutes. Like, he controlled the game. And if you went out that night, he's going to fucking chirp you. Like, he wasn't going with the boys or anything like that. But he was good enough to where he didn't have to, and he still had that kind of presence.
But I'm saying Bax is like such a leader. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's not. He's different than probably most guys in there, and he's willing to like voice his opinion on how they should be doing certain things. You know, like I don't know. Some guys are just a little bit different. I don't know how Taves is. You know.
Yeah, I don't know either. No.
All that.
I don't know what his deal is either.
But there's very few captains in the league where you just say, "Wow, that guy is just an incredible leader, man." There's only
and Bergie is
for sure.
I think he holds everything together. You know, keeps everybody disciplined.
He's like the modern day Yzerman, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that.
I could see him running a team one day.
Probably, if he ever retires.
I think he'll retire if they win this year.
Probably,
but they're not going to win.
They're too good.
You think?
They're too good to win.
Yeah, they're too good to win. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
Oh, I don't think the Rangers are going to win either. Can I say something about the Rangers real quick?
Go ahead.
I don't want to chirp Vladdy Tarasenko. I thought it was great that he came back here, got the video.
What did he do?
I was very disappointed that Tarasenko, after everything the organization did for him and has done for him over the course of his lifetime since he turned pro, that he did not talk to the local media and did not do an interview on the local broadcast. That bothered me.
Why did he not
Any
do
other
that?
player that has come through here, at least in my time, doing television from Oshie to Shattenkirk to Petrangelo to Backus to Ryan Reeves to Pat Maroon.
Everybody, Andy.
David Perron. I can go on and on and on.
On and on and on.
Ian Cole. I've never had a player not talk to the local media.
And EJ did probably.
Eric Johnson did.
Yes.
1,000%. I remember sitting with him before practice, before he even went on the ice for the morning skate, because that's when he wanted to do it, and we did it then. I've never, ever had one, Brad Boys, never had one player ever turn down the local broadcast when they came back to do an interview.
And get praised.
And talk to the fans.
And get praised.
And tell the fans. So he's so upset with the media because of, the relationships that he has with the writers that is not very good. I've always had a good relationship with Vladdy. And have gotten to know him away from the rink too, man. I've always been a huge supporter of Vladimir Tarasenko. I've defended him over the years.
Yeah, you have.
And for him to blow us off like that, and then I even went through the PR department, Cam, and they were like, yeah, he didn't want to do it. So...
Yeah, I don't blame you for calling him out.
And I don't take it, it's not personal. Like, he wasn't like, I don't want to talk to me.
No, I know.
It was,
and they know that.
You know, and then he's like, well, I'm going to do a scrum at the end of the game. I'm like, well, that's not good enough. And then he did it like right after the game, and there were multiple writers, including the Blues website, who couldn't even talk to him after the game. They wanted to get his reaction to the video, and he was gone already.
Yeah, the awesome video they made for him. They got a standing ovation.
So
it's too much.
So I wasn't happy about that.
I don't blame you, Andy.
And, you know,
honestly, don't blame you.
And
I don't blame you.
There's a lot of shit that went on over the years that was kept quiet, that people don't know. And there's a lot of people who have gone to bat for him and protected him from a lot of that. And I'm not saying that's why exclusively why he should do an interview, but I was absolutely shocked, man, just completely shocked that he wouldn't talk to the local broadcast. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I know. It is weird. Yeah, he's different when it comes to that. And you know what? You have.
Am I being petty with that?
No. And I would tell you if you were, because I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't affect me. But it's like I was wondering that because I didn't see anything.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see what the fuck what's on your mind, dude.
Right.
It's business. We all know that. You won us a Stanley Cup. They love you here. 91 jerseys everywhere. Everybody knows who you are. Your kids are integrated into the system here in the hockey school. Everybody knows you. They see you everywhere. You're not gonna talk to the media?
Right.
Why? What happened? All that bullshit's over. It's gone now.
But it's like the local television broadcast. Do an intermission interview.
Do it for the fans.
Mm-hmm.
It's for the fans.
It is.
It's for the people that weren't there,
right?
That couldn't go to the game, and they want to hear from you, Vladdy. They've been watching you every damn day for the past 12 years.
And the Blues were doing a lot of stuff for him behind the scenes in preparation for this event, whether he was going to have family there or wasn't going to have family there.
How'd they take it?
Tickets.
How'd they take it?
I don't know. I mean, listen, I think a lot of people take it as Vladdy being Vladdy.
Okay.
But at the same time, with the full understanding that it's not right.
It's not right. Talk to the fans.
And it's wrong.
Dude. Talk to the fans.
People weren't happy about that, dude.
No, and they shouldn't be. You're not going to talk to us? Why? We just want a cup.
Why are you so angry?
What are you angry about? I hate angry fucking stars. I hate that. There's a couple on the Cardinals, dude. They're angry at everything. Like, everybody's out to get them. No, they're not. They love you. They loved you. Love your family. They follow you on Instagram. They follow you everywhere you go. They're sweet to you everywhere you go. You want them a cup. They chant your name. They'll stand and give you an applaud, although you're not wearing the right blue jersey. And you don't talk to the local media and just say, thank you, I love you. Not to you, but to the fans, because you're talking to the fans. It's not about the media. It's about you talking to the fans.
People loved it when David Perron came back and his eyes welling up.
I know.
And him expressing to the fans what they meant to him.
You didn't have a good time here? You won a goddamn cup. You made a ton of money. You are a superstar.
You asked for a trade like 3 different times.
Yes.
And now you're still accepted you.
And they exactly. And you got to where you wanted to be, and now you're in a great spot. And the Blues aren't. Be a bigger person.
And they sent you to New York, where you have a chance to win a cup.
They sent you to a place where you wanted to go. I know.
That's right.
You know? So, I don't know, man. Sometimes you can't be selfish. You got to think of the fans that spent money to support you and loved you.
That's right.
It's not about you, Andy. It's not about fucking Tom Timmerman. It's not about this. It's about the fans. You're speaking to the fans.
I want people to truly know what went down.
All right. That's all good.
Okay. Let's get to James Wisniewski. Great career. He went through an awful lot, Cam. I mean, injuries, suspensions, ended up playing for the USA Olympic team.
Yeah.
Late in his career.
He was a force, dude, in AAA. I played against him, played for
CompuWare, yeah. And then he played for Plymouth, man. He hadn't leave that rink for years.
Dude, he was teamed up with another defenseman for CompuWare. Oh, God. He was 6'3". It was such a pain in the ass to go against him because Wizard had the puck the whole game. And he'd hit you, too. He was a hitter.
He would hit you.
He'd hit guys. He was strong, short, stocky, strong, great skater.
Fought a little bit.
He'll fight. Then he played for Plymouth, played against him during the OHL. We're the same age. And we made it to the NHL. He was fucking playing.
Would you guys talk to each other?
100,000%.
Like when? On the ice?
Oh, he'd be like, what's up, Wizard? What are you going to do? Just chirping a little bit. Just funny. I'm going to get you.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, he was totally cool, man. We partied in, I'm going to have to ask him about this. We partied in in Kelowna, when I was in the Memorial Cup with Guelph, my mom and dad and my brother came into Kelowna and rented a Denali.
Yeah.
And so like Wizard and all the guys were there, Corey Perry, because they were winning awards, and Crosby and all that.
Yeah, he won the top defenseman.
Yeah, so
award.
we all partied, and that's why we lost, I guess, because the whole team, we hung out with Wizard and Perry, and we tried to get Crosby to come out, but his agent wouldn't let him, and we took my parents' Escalade.
Sydney, no.
No, Sydney, you're not allowed to hang out with them. And we went out on the town and partied all night, man. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff.
All right, let's get to it. James Wisniewski, man. Great conversation coming up with the one and only Wizard.
Wizard.
On the Cam Strick Podcast. As always, Cam, brought to you by Hair Club. We talked about it throughout the course of the broadcast. We'll mention it again. You can get that pill. Go to hairclub.com. 1-800-279-7878. Get your consultation today. Mention the Cam Strick Podcast. You're going to save hundreds and hundreds of dollars off of that first consultation. And what can they expect in that first consultation, Cam?
Well, they'll know where you're at with your hair and what they can do for you. And a payment plan, which is always nice.
Yes.
So
you don't have to pay it all at once.
No, you don't.
They will work with you.
Yeah. Feels good once that hair starts growing back and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, all right, let's go, baby. Let's go.
Could you imagine doing your hair at Hair Club and then being on a program with First Form? Just what that transition may look like you.
You'll look beautiful.
6 months later.
No shit. You got hair and you're jacked. Yeah. Go to the bar.
And confident.
Get some clothes, too. You'll be all right. Looking good, feeling good, man. How it is.
Your dad was wearing First Form sweatpants in the picture. Hey,
yeah, he was.
The First Form gear will automatically make you look more jacked.
It pops, doesn't it?
It pops.
It does. My dad looked good. He had a sweatshirt on. He was wearing a St. Albans T-shirt, but I had the First Form, the green badass hoodie he wore. It looks good. He looks like an athlete in it. Like he just looked good.
Like a boxing trainer or something.
Like he just looked good. It was good to see that. I like when my dad looks young and
vibrant.
He does, man.
How's he doing?
Good, man. His veins are fucking popping out. Like,
did his neighbor take him to get his car done, fixed, whatever?
Yeah, dude.
He had to pick up his car.
My dad could do whatever the hell he wants.
You said he rings a bell.
He does. He can ring a bell in that neighborhood. Are you kidding? In that neighborhood?
So First Form, man, listen, you got to download that app, though. It has been arguably, besides asking my wife to marry me, Cam, I'm trying to think of some other great decisions I've made in my life.
Teaming up with me?
Teaming up with you.
Oh, shit.
You teaming up with me.
I started it. You said yeah. I said, yeah, you want to do a podcast? You go, yeah.
Let's do this.
That was a good decision on your part.
Let's do this.
Probably one of the best ever in life. Maybe getting married and have kids. Maybe.
And then downloading the app from First Form.
The app.
Not necessarily in that order.
No.
Downloading the app has done what for you, Cam?
Well, it keeps me organized what the fuck I eat all gosh dang day. And sometimes you forget to do it, and you go back and just type it in, man. Stay organized. It's easy peasy.
You ever have a problem being like, oh, God, I don't even want to tell the app what I ate today.
Or like I forgot what I ate, you know?
It's like, app, don't hate me.
Yeah, no, but it's there for you. It's there to keep you organized. And even the big boys, like First Form Nick, will forget once in a while. And you'll be like, damn it. And you'll go back and you'll put it in.
Even he'll forget?
Even he'll forget once in a while.
Isn't that amazing?
He's on the ball.
He's just like us.
He's just on the ball. And by the way, follow him on Instagram.
Follow First Form Nick. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Nick, you should change
Especially if you're a woman.
Nick, you should change your handle to First Form Nick.
First Form Nick. He's like, this is what I take, guys. He's just so nice, you know.
My kids are taking those vitamins every single night, though, too, Cam. And I've noticed a difference.
Yeah, dude, you're healthier.
My kids, like, I will say this. They're very good at school. I don't know where they got it from.
Yeah, I mean.
They're very, very into it, and they're very good at it.
Good.
And I've noticed a change since they started taking the vitamins.
Well, they're healthier. I mean, vitamins keep you healthy, Andy. It's just that simple. But it's not just about vitamins. That's easy. It's keeping your health right, your workouts, keeping motivated. Nick will keep you motivated, too.
That's right.
Like, I'm not going on and giving a pump-up speech every damn day, but Nick does. Nick will be like, this is what I'm doing. He'll keep you organized. If you message him, he gets... Dude, when I post something and people ask me questions, I barely get back to them unless it's a direct message, which I want to keep open. But Nick will answer any question to the fullest, dude. Like,
send him messages.
Anything.
Be like, yo, listen, I hear about you on Cam Strick. You're an amazing life coach, dude.
Yeah,
he
is.
will.
That's
He
what
will.
it is.
He
Yeah.
will.
And he's not the only one there either.
He's not.
It's not just
Oh
Nick.
my God, he's one of several.
No offense to Nick, and I love him, but like they have
The best customer service
oh,
you'll ever
it's
find.
unbelievable.
Sometimes I bypass Nick and I'll just call the number if I need
the
something taken care of.
sweetest people in the world.
I feel like
They
I've
are
known him
lovely.
for 25 years. Ken.
Hi, Andy. How are you? So how? Okay, how's this? Oh, nice. Da-da-da. Okay, we'll send that to you. What else you need? Oh, that didn't come through. Okay, we got this checked out. Boom, 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 boom. And then they'll send you like a thank you card that's like genuine. I'm like, oh.
I know, handwritten.
I'm like, oh God, they
Handwritten.
love me. So, you know,
what kind of?
but if your wife looks at Nick
Well, it's over.
and she's like, are you going to look like this? It's probably not going to be the case.
It's not.
Okay,
You
like
can't guarantee
you can't.
that.
It's like I want to look like Nick.
It's not false advertising.
he's
what's
like,
going on there.
you know,
he's genetically
he's-
superior
yeah,
to
he's-
all of us.
But he doesn't even know.
No, he was born like that.
I don't even think he knows it because he doesn't act like it.
No, he doesn't.
And there's people that went to his high school that I talked to,
and they'll tell you.
and they're like, he was the nicest, sweetest human
Yeah,
being.
so he
and
hasn't.
he was
He
a big
hasn't
dog.
changed.
He played every sport, and he was the nicest guy to ever.
Mhm.
Yeah, he doesn't even know how handsome
He doesn't
is.
know.
He doesn't even know.
He has no idea.
And it's good. It's good.
But download
Thinks
that
he's
app and do
normal.
it today. And listen, from the shakes to the energy drinks, which I drink at least one
They're
energy
damn
drink a
good.
day.
I don't get
they're so good.
hiccups either.
I
by
don't.
the way.
I don't find myself drinking nearly as much coffee as I used to.
Oh, coffee stains your teeth.
Because the energy
Ugh.
drinks are amazing.
Yeah.
The bars are absolutely incredible. The veggies, the fruits, you just mix that in. Their shaker cups, all their apparel, everything about them.
Oh, they're closed.
And they're just getting started in reality for First Four, man. They are going to take things even to another level, dude. They have
I know.
festivals. They do everything, dude.
Well, they treat their people that work for
They
them
sponsor people.
like you have a good gig. If you're working for First Form, you got a good job. You're disciplined. You understand the game. You understand business.
It's not
you
for
understand
everybody.
people.
It's not for everybody.
Hell no.
They'll weed you out.
Yeah, no, they get the best of the best. Rightfully so.
Cam, another successful weekend, by the way, with Sparks skate sharpening.
Yeah, man, you can actually turn
People asking you, why are you turning so well?
because my skates are sharpened.
How come you never fall?
Huh? You? I saw you fall a couple times in
Not
Nashville.
really. Not really.
One because of your
No,
skates.
honestly, think about it. Did you really ever see me fall?
No, because you didn't really skate.
Okay, but I'm asking.
Yeah, you did toe pick a couple times, but it had nothing to do with your sharpening. It's just because you're, not athletic.
I've got videos of you not catching passes, icing the puck for no reason.
ice in a puck.
Hey, if I sent people to the live barn to go watch that first game,
Go ahead.
Actually,
Go ahead.
I actually
Yeah,
had,
go ahead,
I
see what
actually
they
had a
say.
really good game.
Go ahead and see what they say about it. See who
I actually had
looks
a
like
really
they're
good
not like should be out there. Like go see, and just let me know if it's me.
I
It's
want
all
you to
good.
watch it. I'll send
Just
it
let
to
me
you.
know.
Will you watch the whole game?
Andy was so slow he couldn't get out of the neutral zone.
Cam, will you watch the
He
whole game?
couldn't-
That was the last game. It's the end of the
couldn't do
shift.
anything.
I was tired.
It's all good. You were fun, man. I had a good time with you. That's all that matters. And it doesn't matter how I play. Like we're evaluating you.
That's
Like
not
I'm
true.
guaranteed. like just so you know, like I could go out there and have rollerblades on. It doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't matter. But you're getting evaluated.
You're like the coach's son.
Yeah, I'm the coach's son. I'm the owner's son.
You're the owner's son. You're guaranteed a spot.
I am guaranteed. Guaranteed number one draft pick.
Everybody else
Guaranteed.
needs to.
Everybody else needs to perform. I
is-
don't.
is-
I set shit up, and we have a good time.
That's
I'll entertain the
funny.
boys, man.
But the Sparks, dude, it really is a game changer. And there's so many variations you can get, Cam, in terms of which hollow you want,
Yeah, no.
what type of sharpening you want to
Easy,
get.
man.
Whatever's best for you. I go with the 1/2 inch,
Yeah.
which works for me, but it may not work for you. 9/16 may be better for you.
Yeah.
5/8, whatever it is.
5/8, whatever.
Whatever it is you're looking for, they have it for you. And it's funny, Cam, because all our sponsors, like the one thing in common, like I'm not just saying this because we talk about it with everybody, whether it's Bellman or whoever, they all have incredible customer service, dude. Sparks, you get amazing customer service too. First Form, obviously with Hair Club, like whoever you call, they answer the phone. It's like a person.
Yeah.
It's not like press 1 for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like
Or
you never,
somebody in
you never,
India.
well, that's okay, but you never get
You
to.
can't understand what the hell they're saying.
Okay, but their name is Paul
My name's Paul.
or Jack.
I know, and you're like,
I'm like,
what?
what? That's not your name.
That's not your name. Jesus.
Just give me your real name so we can
All
really
right.
be on the
Just-
same
just-
page.
Just let me understand you. That's all. Let me
Hey,
feel.
congratulations to everyone celebrating Ramadan, I think, this past weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they do that too. Like Easter, Passover,
Yeah.
Ramadan.
Ramadan.
Dude, I watched
He
the
is risen.
Masters.
So did I, man.
I've never watched a round of golf in my life, dude.
Dude, you have to appreciate the beauty of it, man. Now that you golf a lot, now you're doing golf tournaments, like you have to appreciate how unbelievable of a course that is. How
It's incredible.
prestigious
Very
that
difficult.
place is there. It's unbelievable.
Not a lot,
And
of,
how much
not a lot
money-
of diversity there.
A lot of white folk. There's a lot of white folk. I think it's just they passed that law like 25
Are
years
women
ago.
allowed in there now?
I think now. But there's a couple people that weren't allowed in that bad boy. So
I feel
it's
like
different now. But
you would not be welcome inside there.
me? Fuck no. I'm a fucking Hoosier.
Like that guy who
Oh.
who hands out the green jacket, you know? Like,
Yeah, like they're just
He's like very.
Robotronic.
He's like, I am.
He's watching every move you make. Like if you walk a little tough on the green, oh man.
How did they have for John Rahm, the guy who won it?
Yeah.
Great
the
job, by the way.
Spaniard,
And I love watching Phil do his thing, man. I
lefty.
even put a golf tweet out there.
The lefty, man.
Dude,
Played
and
awesome.
I think he had a 31 in the back nine.
He played awesome. That was cool.
He was unbelievable. And
It was a little boring at the end, don't get me wrong.
yeah, because it was
Koepka
out of
fucked up.
hand. Koepka.
In
You
the
like, you
live-
like him?
Yeah, I do. He's cool. Yep.
You know, Greg Norman, he had to have won a Masters back in the day, right?
Norman? Probably.
Like, he wasn't even invited back because of all this live shit.
Oh, fuck. They're all babies when it comes
But
to that.
Phil Mickelson, man,
Take that Saudi money.
it's
any
the
day.
lowest round in the history of the Masters for a player over the age of 50.
Yeah, I know.
And he had like a 31 in the back nine. I'm watching him do. I'm like, he's unbelievable.
awesome.
I was kind of hoping John Rahm, who married Kelly from Arizona State, she was a javelin thrower, and his golf coach in college was Phil Mickelson's brother.
Interesting.
So there's like a connection
That's
there.
cute, man.
I read his Wikipedia page during the golf tournament. I love reading.
I like watching golf now. I used to hate
No,
it.
just the final round.
I used to hate it, but I just like watching. I learn a lot
Me too.
because all I do is watch golf in my backyard anyway. I watch people play golf all day.
But I still don't know which club to use for like distance.
You'll learn that stuff.
Like, how do you know that, dude?
you just learn that stuff.
Like, I can't tell you what a 5-iron versus a 7
You ain't
versus
hitting
a
a
9
5-iron,
versus
I'll
a
tell you that.
Well, I'm
I'd
just
stay away
telling you.
from that
What are
fucking
those
club.
for?
That's for like 200 out a 5-iron. You know, if that you don't want to use your hybrid.
Hey,
so
that-
you got to dig at the ball like you want to use a 5.
That amateur who's from Texas, he was
Yeah,
cool
he was
too.
cool as shit too. That was cool. The trees falling down almost killed a couple people.
What happened with
The
that?
trees fell down, Andy.
Just
and they
one
almost-
tree?
2 of them.
Was
Maybe
there
3.
was there like a storm?
Yes, the storm Saturday was crazy.
Is that why they played both rounds yesterday?
Yes, and they had
So they played 36 holes yesterday?
I believe so.
Oh my god.
They're used to
Dude,
it.
I can't even play 18
There's
hardly.
guys, man, that are 6 years old to play 36 hole fucking golf.
How do you play
tournaments.
36
It's
in one
hard
day?
because
dude?
when you're good,
and they're walking?
yeah, and you got caddy, but like when you're good, it's easier.
Tiger couldn't walk, dude.
When you're good, yeah, he's done. Not done, but he was
What
done.
happened? He got hurt?
Plantar fasciitis.
Dude, I read something
Look
that,
at his body.
I read something that one of his, not this past weekend, but in a previous tournament, that a screw from a
Poked.
plate inside his
Poked through
leg poked through the skin. You ever heard of that?
No, but it's got awful. Well, he's got screws out the wazoo, dude. He's got legs broken,
Oh,
his back. So
Tiger.
yeah.
So anyway, it was cool watching the golf. Congratulations to John Rahm.
Mm-hmm. I'm into watching golf. You learn a
Hey,
lot.
Wisniewski is all into golf, dude. You
Oh,
know
I
who
bet he
you know who
is.
he's boys with?
Who?
Justin Thomas.
Oh yeah,
Like
That's
Justin
cool.
Thomas stays at his house and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah. Like and he's a member at the same club as Russ Courtnall.
In Cali?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the big
So
dog
we got
club.
lots.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So
nice.
stay tuned for this one. Hey, get your Spark Skate Sharpener. Use that promo code Cam Strick. It is the best decision you'll ever make because if you don't, you know who's sharpening your skates?
Fucking, you guys know Seth. Oh God. And it's funny because Andy and I work with a Seth, and I think that he's picking up that we're thinking it's him, and I don't want that to be the case because
No.
this Seth has like Cheetos on his belly button and shit. You know,
He's gross.
he's
dude.
gross. He's gross. He's mean. You know, he's like a mean guy.
He's on chats
like he's just
at night,
He's a guy that's like telling you that
entering chat rooms.
that you need to go die and stuff.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, he's a guy that's really mean to you on Twitter. You know, it's just hurtful. You know, hurtful. Mom and Dad just spoiled him. Fucking spoiled him. He's got cookies all over the fucking.
How many
plate.
plates and dishes are in his room?
Oh, the Salisbury steak bullshit TV
gross.
dinners.
Hot Pockets.
Yeah, he doesn't shower much. You know,
Late to work.
late to work,
Cross grinding.
cross grinding your shit. You know, just doesn't care about anything. Boop-a-doo-doo-doo.
What do you need, kid?
What?
Yeah.
Nah, not for me.
So you want Seth to sharpen your skates, or you want to be in control? Ask yourself that question.
Yeah.
Get a Sparks and get it today.
Just look up his history on his computer.
Oh, my God.
That's all. Just look it up real quick.
Do not do that.
I'm just telling you. You look up his history, you're going to be like, whoa.
At your own risk.
This guy is a goddamn weirdo.
At your own risk. I would not recommend
Somebody might
that.
take this computer and send it into the FBI.
Yes.
That's Seth.
Can we talk about something a little bit better than Seth?
Yeah.
Like Bellman.
Yeah, damn right.
Bellman and Bellman.com. BEHLMANN. Bellman and Bellman.com is located where, Cam?
In Troy, Missouri. Troy.
It's very easy to get to out
It
there
is.
in Troy.
Got a big old lot.
They got everything you need.
Big old fucking lot.
They've got the Buick GMC on one side of the street. On the other side, they got the Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Cam's looking at that pink Jeep, small wheels, 2-door with flames on the side. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm driving the high tide.
Not judging you.
I'm driving that black high tide Jeep now with no doors, no top, lifted. It's called a high tide.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool, man. We actually were
But it's not the high-end version.
I think it is.
No,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Like
it is cool.
It's a pretty cool
But
Jeep.
small wheels, which is perfect for you.
Andy, like, don't lie to the people because I'm trying to
You
pump
told me they only look small in the picture, but like, I don't
Andy,
know.
they're gigantic. It's lifted. It's a high tide. If you know, you know. It's all good. So anyway, we're at the subdivision, and our subdivision has a quarry that they dig all the rock out to make the subdivision.
A rock quarry.
Yeah, it's badass. So all the stone in my house and all is from this little quarry in the subdivision.
Really?
So Kate and I, cruising around, we went up to the quarry and went mudding. And a guy came down.
That's a redneck term.
I know.
Just so you
and
know.
a guy came down and gave me a look. And I go, my bad, dude. I go, I live right over there in Heathermore, man. Sorry about that. He's like, you got to get out of here. I go, my bad.
That is not your Jeep
Yeah.
to be doing that
No,
with,
fuck
dude.
that. You're going to give me a Jeep to drive? You're going to give me a fucking high tide with big rims or big wheels on them and tires?
Where are you going mudding?
I told you, the back of my neighborhood. There's a huge quarry that they dig all the rock out for all the houses.
And how does it handle itself?
Oh, my. Dude, I was like,
Cam's the guy that used to say only
I know.
high school girls should be driving your high school
It's
kids.
not a number one vehicle. If you're a high school kid, it could be your number one. But this is my third car, so it's fun. It's like a big side by side.
That truck you have probably won't even start.
It did. I've been driving it. Yeah,
Really?
started right up. It's the best truck I've ever had.
You haven't driven it in months.
I drove it the other day.
To where? The gas station.
Mm-hmm. It drove.
Of course you did.
It's a high country Chevy.
Okay. Get to Bellman and Bellman.com. Say hi to Danny Boy.
Danny boy, what's up?
Say hi to Kenny.
Kenny, what up, man?
And Dale.
Dale, what'd it do?
They are the absolute best. At Bellman, you get no what?
Swinging dicks.
Go there and find out. They will feed you sushi, though. That is the truth. People don't believe it, but go there and find out. Just chill, hang out. Your wife can go there by herself. That's the key.
Never mind the sushi.
That's the separator.
Yeah.
Gel Sticks, GELSTX, Cam. The number one training tool in all of hockey. I mean, I can't tell you how many NHL players are using this Gel Sticks. They got one for golf. They got it for lacrosse as well. Explain to the people what it is.
Well, it helps you stick handle.
How?
It does. Well, it's weighted. So I feel like if you're stick handling a ball before practice was such an easy thing to do. Like I always did.
Mm-hmm.
You get on the ice and it just feels like you're stick handling the golf ball because it's so weighted. So you just feel it's just a lot easier to stick handle, man. Like you'll be launching that puck. It makes everything easier. Get pucks off the wall, shooting, handling it.
Best stick handler you ever played with?
Kovalchuk.
Really?
Yeah.
Stick handler. I mean, he's probably the best player. I'm just asking.
Stick
like,
handler? God, yeah. You do
But you
crazy
know this,
things.
Cam. Not all. There's probably
David
somebody with
Brown was good.
unbelievable hands who wasn't a superstar.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, Oshie had good hands too. Perron had good hands. Kovalchuk had good hands.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guys, man.
Yager?
Yager had great hands. He used body more than hands.
Mm-hmm. Probably used a gel sticks, probably that guy.
Yeah, no, he did.
He did.
Well, they used to just take the weight and put it on your stick, and it would catch at your blade,
Yeah.
like a 10-pounder, and do it that way, which is goofy because you can't really stick handle. Because it's just like, dunk, dunk,
Yeah.
dunk. It breaks your stick.
He was known for skating with a weighted vest and stuff like
and
that.
and a parachute. He'd jog with parachutes on and shit.
Really?
Yep.
Who had the best
Dave-
shot? Who had the best shot?
Oh, man.
That you ever saw?
Oh,
You don't even have to be a teammate
I don't know.
on the ice
I
with.
can't think of anything.
Oh my God!
Everybody has a good shot, Andy. Like you're in the NHL.
They all do, don't they?
They all have good shots. I don't know. Fuck, who are my defensemen? They're all good, dude. Covey.
Kovalchuk had an amazing shot. What a rocket.
I don't know why it even...
Ovechkin, you ever played against Ovi? Come on, dude.
You played against? Well, yeah, Ovi, but I'm saying like what I saw every day in practice. Yeah, but like you see those guys.
Of course. He doesn't even have to be a teammate.
No, but Covey had crazy shots in practice. That's where you see things.
You ever play against Holy?
I think so. In 05 when he was in Phoenix.
Maybe. He was only there for 9 games.
Then no, I didn't. Yeah. No, I missed him. And rightfully so. I didn't want to play against Holy.
Oh, could you imagine if you chirped Holy?
I wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't do that.
I did. What's up? Because I kind of knew him before.
Yeah.
But he wasn't Holy then, you know.
Okay. James Wisniewski. He had an all-around game, man. People are going to love this interview. Yeah. Great conversation with the Wizard. The Wizard comes up next, man. Enjoy this. Episode number 233 on the Cam Strick Podcast. Hairclub.com, baby.
Oh, you're damn right.
Go to our landing page today, hairclub.com/Cam and Regrow, restore, and replace that hair.
Don't wait.
Now to the interview.
Oh.
Wizard.
What's happening, boys?
What up, homeboy?
What's going on?
Happening?
Sorry, I didn't.
What are you reading there, Andy? Fucking focus. God.
I was looking at something real quick. Hey, man, thanks for adjusting your schedule with us.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. Oh, dude, it sucks. Like, fucking spring break for the kids, and
the worst.
Two of my oldest kids got fucking strep throat, so we had to.
Oh, God.
At least they got on antibiotics, so they might feel better in a day or two. So.
How old are they? Spring break? How old are they? Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
He doesn't even
Janie,
know.
I got three and I got the hat trick of girls, man. I got a 10, almost 9, and 2.5.
Oh,
hey, just
Lord
so you
EB.
know, and I've given several people my advice on how to have a boy. If you're ever looking for, I had 2 girls and then I had a boy. I have 100% accuracy rate. I have players asking me from all over the league, asking me for my.
What do you do then?
Well,
you bang her in a different position?
No, I'll just tell you. I can't let the cat out of the bag.
Shit.
I'll let you know privately. So just let me know. And if you
all right, perfect.
Are you wanting to have a 4th?
Well, we've talked about it. The only scary thing is my wife's a fucking twin. She's a fraternal.
God. Oh, you'll have 5.
So what does that mean?
I have 5 fucking. Well, it runs in her family. Like the 2 eggs drop. She's not an identical. She's like a fraternal. So and when they say like it skips a generation, I asked our gyno, and they're like, "No, that's not true."
Yes,
so she's got a twin sister.
Cam, what happens is if she's got a twin, then the chances of having twins are severely magnified.
So she's got a twin sister. Do you ever have you ever been like a party and you got really wasted and you mistaked her?
They're not identical, he said.
Oh, okay.
They're not
I'm
identical.
just asking.
So, but she's like my wife's like 5'5", she's 5'1". My wife's like brunette, she's a blonde.
Okay.
It's like exact opposite, but they're both very beautiful women. So it's like so I'll probably have twin grandkids for sure.
Oh yeah.
But I'm actually just seriously worried. Like if we try for a fucking 4th, I know I'll get twin girls, and I'll just be like, oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
Like 5 girls, man. 5 girls. I would fucking kill myself.
Wiz, not if you don't talk to me first, and you'll have that boy.
Andy, you don't know shit.
Cam thinks every set of twins is like the Doublemint twins. You know what I'm saying? Like he thinks everybody looks.
I do.
He thinks everybody looks the same. Like it's the Sedines.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, or the girls from Full House.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
those girls.
We've had them on.
Weird.
We've had them on. We had we had Valerie Bure's wife on.
Yeah,
Candace Cameron.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, DJ.
Right after what's his name died, dude. We got the whole scoop on everything. It was,
Bob Saget. So what was? I heard there's some weird shit. Like he was in like kind of like a pedophile type. Or I don't want to make fucking rumors up.
Oh, really,
well,
Bob?
We didn't get that.
No, it was weird how he died.
He hit his head.
Yes, it was weird how he died, and he was sober. And, he partied like a rock star, dude. Like, Bob was like a fucking wild.
Did he?
Yes, he did. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
but I think he was
like
sober.
cocaine, big time,
Fuck
like huge.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like,
He was blowing it up. But then he got sober. But then his death was bizarre because he hit his head on the side of a hotel,
in the room.
In the room.
Then he went to bed and he had brain aneurysm or something.
And, like, you can't hit your head that hard unless you're, like, falling from, like, a 15-foot drop. It's very odd.
Right.
Very odd.
So the reason why I say that is because their whole thing got on the like didn't get released at all. Like the wife wanted the privacy, so he was known to kind of like dabble into like the Hollywood weirdo shit.
Yeah,
And so they were saying he actually had 2 head traumas. So thinking maybe like a dad popped in and fucking hit him in the head with a baseball bat or something.
maybe.
Cam,
You know what I'm saying?
What were the shirts they wore to the funeral or something? Like Jesus Saves or something like that?
Yeah, there was Jesus.
No, it
probably
was
in
like very like, I don't know. They hid behind all of that.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that. She didn't. Now, we're going to have to redo the interview with Candace and be like,
Hey,
we've got some new
What are you
new
doing,
details.
man? Are you still playing? Like, what's going on? What are you doing?
No, I've been out since my car accident and after the Olympics in 2018, I almost died.
That is the dumbest.
Is that the dumbest question? Is that the
you've
dumbest
ever-
question?
Is he, are you
no,
still
because
playing?
it doesn't say he's retired, and
I
maybe
know,
he's still
that's-
fucking doing his shit. I'm just asking.
Did you file?
No.
Did you file the paperwork?
No, I never did. That's kind of funny because I never got like the NHLPA be like, "Hey, welcome to the retirement club" or anything like that. I don't know. Like, I'm not that kind of guy where I need fucking bunch of accolades. We're like, "Hey, congratulations on your retirement." I'm just like, yeah, I'm done playing.
Well, you're going to get him now.
I gotta,
You're going to get
You're
him
gonna
now.
get a lot.
Man, what a career.
I officially retired on Cam's fucking podcast.
There you go.
Who's-
Cam and Andy's.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wiz. don't. It's fucking.
Take that, Andy.
Hey, you brought up the car accident real quick. This was like on the list, but like that was like serious shit, man. Like, are you okay and everything, or
What happened, dude?
tell us about that.
Yeah, so it's just we're at the Memorial Tournament where I used to live obviously in Columbus. So my next door neighbor is Jack Nicholas. Well, he didn't live there, but like his house was there, and he would come in from Florida. So we have like private access to like the golf course through like a little like private car path. So it's a big party. What I'm trying to say, not quite like the Waste Management or anything like that, but I mean it's a party. So we're having some pops and stuff like that, and my buddy got into a car. We were just heading to a bar called the Bogey, which is like a mile and a half away. And so Justin Thomas, the golfer, stayed with me for 4 or 5 years, and one of his best buddies, Bud Cauley, missed the cut. So he wanted me to take him out. So he got in the back seat with another buddy of mine. I was in the passenger seat, and we got into excessive speed in our subdivision, and we actually crashed in front of Brandon Dubinsky's house. So he lives like 300 yards down the road from me.
Yeah, didn't Urban Meyer come out like to see if everybody was okay? Like, who else is living in this neighborhood?
He's probably drinking too.
Yeah, yeah. So he was taking out his. I guess he was told me he was taking out his garbage cans, or Jeff Roby was, and then Jeff was putting a towel over my head because I guess I crawled out of like the car, and so I had a big laceration on my skull, and so my blood pressure was like 65/40 in the ambulance, so I was close to bleeding out, and just got rushed there and spent a couple nights and got a traumatic brain injury. I was diagnosed with some broken ribs and some other bumps and bruises. So retired, and then that's kind of one of the reasons why I moved out to California is because of the gloomy winters in Columbus. Cam knows when you go to Columbus, the sun never shines during the fucking wintertime.
Oh man, no, and that's not the city's not bad, but no, it's
it's not. It's not.
North,
it's great.
dude.
Yeah, it's great in the say let's call it May to September, October.
Yeah,
but then I think it's literally top 15 in the country in gloomiest cities.
Why? Because of the lake? Is it a lake effect?
It has to be because Cincinnati and Cleveland are on that list as well.
Yeah.
It just never fucking shines. I remember it was like 2019 or whatever it was. I counted like 23 straight days of no sun in the winter.
Oh,
I mean, like, and nobody cares about like cold. You know what I mean? Like, I've been to Montana when it's like -16, but the sun's out and it feels great.
Yeah.
But when it's like 23 and fucking gloomy all day long, you're just like, get me out of here.
I know. I get
so
you, dude.
3 cities in Ohio make the top gloomiest cities.
Yes.
There's a lot of lake action going on.
I knew Cleveland would be on there. But the guy, hey, listen, your buddy driving the car is like a big time like doctor. His dad was a big time judge. Like, is he okay? And then the guy in the back seat, not the golfer, he endured like a bunch of like serious injuries.
Huge.
So like, is he doing okay? Like, what's the status of everybody?
Yeah, I talked to him a little bit. Like, he still has some like post-traumatic stuff going on, but I mean, he's a brilliant kid. He's a pharmacist, and he went out east to finish school, so he's doing okay. But I mean, yeah, he had a really bad, I think, broken femur, lacerated spleen, bunch of stuff. So, yeah, Bud tried to come back and play later in the spring, like 6-7 months later. Played like a couple tournaments and couldn't do it, so he hasn't played since.
Oh man, are you still buddies with the guy who was driving and everything?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yep.
But okay, so and I talk about this too, Wizard. Like, I remember being in a situation where you're in a car with people and the motherfucker drives so fast and you can't control him. Like I hate being in cars where people drive fast. Like, I drive slow, man. Like, was that like a wake up call for you? Whenever he was driving fast, were you like, fucking slow down, dude? Like, what are we doing here? Or was it just like, whatever, let's just keep going? And like, what happened? Like,
probably happened so fast.
How do you get in a wreck? And you probably don't remember, I guess, but like, what's the consistency of how it happened?
I just, like, honestly, if I would have showed you like where we started to where we got in the accident, you wouldn't believe me. You'd be like, no fucking way. Like, it was literally it was 270. I gunned it with my rangefinder. It was 276 yards away. So he had a M6, and we pulled out and just pinned it. And I was like, whoa. And then all of a sudden, by that time, I mean, BMW M6, you get to 60, 70 miles an hour in 3.5 seconds or so, right?
Seatbelt?
Yeah, all of us had a seatbelt on.
Everybody did?
Yep.
Wow. Because usually you don't put it on until
you're going that close.
Yep.
Well, listen, thankfully everybody survived.
Damn, dude.
How much damage to Brandon Dubinsky's house? Did he have a bunch of damage? Was he home?
Yeah, he was home, actually. The tree that we hit had to have been 200 years old. I mean, if you saw the mass of this tree, actually, every time we drove by it, like, all the bark was off on the side that we hit.
Oh, so you had to drive back by that every day.
God, every day. Like, he was like my cross the street neighbor. So like, I had to drive past it like for 4 years.
I saw you just sold the house, by the way. It made the news not too long ago. So
it made the news?
Well, it was in the newspaper there.
Oh, okay.
In my research for James Wisniewski, the house came up.
What did it look like? Let me look at it. Send me pictures.
Beautiful house. $3 million house in Columbus goes a long way, by the way, James.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, but you mentioned
3.75, Andy. Come on.
Yeah, Andy.
Well, you had a listing for 3.9.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's a hell of a house. Great pool. Love the house. Urban Meyer's living in there. Jack Nicklaus. Brandon Business. Who else is in there?
The Coughlin family, Jegs Automotive, like the drag racing family.
Damn, dude.
So two of those guys,
like,
a couple doctors.
Like, does Urban Meyer look at you and say, "Well, hi, son. Like, what do you do again?" No, I played hockey. Hi, son. What do you do again? Not football. Not football.
No, how he's creepy, dude.
I know he's creeping out the blondes.
Or is he a cool dude?
Is he a cool cat?
Dude, Urban's the best, man. Urban's awesome. He actually sold his house, too. He sold his house. He lives in Florida full time now.
Of course he does.
Why wouldn't you?
Of course he does.
Well, exactly.
Not in Jacksonville.
No.
Well, not Jacksonville, but they're still paying him for quite a bit, right?
I know.
They are.
Is that not the best situation to, like, get fired right away when you sign, like, a long-term contract?
From a
That
college?
literally sounds... Yeah, well, especially if you've made, like, a ton of money already.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, think about that. That's like the American dream. Somebody's like, I want you so fucking bad. Here's $60 million. And then they're like, I don't want you anymore, but I'm going to pay you $50 million to sit at home.
To do
Sign me up.
And then you double dip because you get another job.
Oh, he's doing television.
Exactly. If you can start doing television, then he's instead of making like $8 million a year, now he's making like 13.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, are
He's
you
like, this is the best.
Are you just chilling? Are you good to go? Are you happy? Like, what do you want to do? Are you on your boat? Are you golfing all fucking day? You just watching the girls grow up? Like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, so we moved out to California over here. So we're just outside of Westlake Village. So I joined Sherwood Country Club.
Oh yeah.
So
that's where our boy Russ Cordell.
Rusty boy Cartnell with that good hair, baby.
Russ, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Rusty was telling me. So like Russ, I rented in there, and so me and Russ would hang out quite a bit because we both loved to drink wine. So we would share bottles of wine with each other, and we would just get like have a good old time because we could like take golf carts to each other's house. But then I ended up moving outside the gates. But he's been quite busy with the wedding and now becoming a grandfather. So.
I know he's got like NFL son-in-laws.
Oh yeah,
dude, he sold his house to Britney Spears, right? That was like the thing.
Yep.
Yeah, we had.
I know
he's
cool. Rusty's the fucking best, man. I love that man.
So you must be really into golf though, because like Justin Thomas, is like he's hanging with you, he's staying at your house, and then now you're like Sherwood Hills. But are you tight with a lot of PGA golfers, or is he your like? How'd you become tight with Justin?
Yeah, I met him through actually probably be through Jeggy Coughlin. So he's the. Remember I was telling you about the Coughlin family? He's a little young. He's like 25, so he was the son of Jed Coughlin. He's the grandson of the starting of the company. And he was really, because he goes down from Muirfield to the Bears Club down in Florida when he was trying to play pro golf. But also Jason Day is one of my, he's a good buddy of mine because he obviously is in Columbus. So we've known each other for probably 10 years now. And then I met Ricky Fowler, and then one year we were at the bogey where we were supposed to go, and JT and Ricky missed the cut, and we hung that night. And those guys like to stay, either rent a house or stay with a buddy that lives close to the golf course. And obviously, with my situation, it was like perfect for him. And I'm like, yeah, we had like a nanny suite, a separate apartment.
We have like 10 extra bedrooms for you.
I mean, do these cats know what you did? Do they watch hockey? They could pick up and know what you did actually.
100%. Yeah.
I'm just
so a lot of the golfers, they love going to hockey games. Yeah. They love hockey.
You like California?
I mean, the weather right now, if you saw, I'm sitting outside. It's about 82 and sunny, not a cloud in the sky. Yeah. So it's better than what I was getting in Columbus for a while, but I'm sure like the sun is starting to peak out there now. Cam, are you still in St. Louis?
Hell yeah.
You're born and raised, baby.
I can't afford California, baby. But I'm saying, because when you play here, man, like that's all my opportunity that I have. Like I need to make money, so you're established here. I'm not going anywhere. It's easy living, dude. I live way the fuck out too, Wizard, man. I'm way out in a golf course in the middle of nowhere. But I can still creep into the city and shit. So Andy and I both have pretty good setups.
But I heard like, talking to Pronger loved living in St. Louis.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, if you get outside, the city's actually starting to get pretty nice, right? They're starting to clean it up a little bit more.
Wizard.
A little bit.
Wizard. It's number one murder motherfucker in fucking U.S. still. Okay.
Okay. So
you'll get goddamn murdered. You'll get robbed. But it's cheap living. The city expands very far. You could find nice houses.
Exactly.
The school system's great. But if you go downtown, homeboy, you got to have your head on a swivel. You got to have your head on a swivel. That's all.
Pronger lives like 5 minutes from me.
Yeah, Prong's okay. Yeah, a gated. He's okay.
He's in a great spot. He's back here in St. Louis. So, are you watching hockey? You paying attention to hockey at all or no?
I do watch. Now I start to watch it. I don't know if you guys, Andy, if you guys are like me, I just watching hockey right now and they seeing 8-7 games. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And you can't tell me like, oh, they're more skilled. Bullshit. It's just nobody gives a shit about playing defense. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to block a shot. All the defensemen are like forwards as well. It's like a midfielder in fucking soccer. There's no D-men anymore. So it's just hard to see like our sport turn into almost kind of like what basketball. I mean, we grow up watching basketball, like the Pistons and Bulls, you'd see like a 92-88 final. Yeah. Now it's 152 to 147. You're like, what the fuck? Yeah. Play a little defense.
No, it's just fast break after fast break. Who can dunk? Right. And all these kids can do the crazy shit.
And they're sitting games out.
I know, man.
Yeah, exactly.
They're getting bullshitted for that. It's pretty fun.
But it's pretty crazy. Yeah. But you had a great career, man. It's it's interesting because you dealt with so much shit.
God,
I couldn't imagine tearing my ACL 4 times. Dude.
Fuck, man.
Dude,
when was the first time?
When I was 18. So I was playing with Team USA at the under-18 tournament in Slovakia, So my draft status was supposed to be a little bit high. I think Cam actually got drafted before me.
Yes, I did.
Yes, he did.
117. I saw that. I was looking that up. I was looking you up today. I'm like, I got drafted higher than him. I go, what the?
Yeah.
You dominated since we played against each other in AAA. It's crazy.
Yeah, but it's just one of those things where back in 2002 when you tore your ACL, it wasn't like now where it's like, he'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's kind of still a little sketchy then. It's still like, is he going to come back? And, Cam, because fuck, you're undersized as well for what you did, how tough you were for, you weren't fucking 6'4" monsters like the guys you had to fight.
Yeah.
But we're technically kind of undersized still back then. All the defensemen getting drafted were 6'3", 6'2", 6'4" because they wanted size. So I tear my ACL and then being 5'11" and a half, they're like, well, so I just kind of slipped and then fought back and had some pretty good years. And then I tore my ACL back-to-back years. And I think I was 23 and 24 years old in Chicago. So I was just pretty happy that I fought hard enough to play another 8 years in the NHL after that, after 3 ACLs in my right knee at the age of 24 years old.
And sign a monster ticket, dude. So
right.
You're set up, like all that bullshit you went through. It's like, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's.
I'm fucking hanging out with pro golfers now. Like, what the fuck I want to do?
But what's funny, man? When you were playing, it wasn't like, James Wisniewski, like one of the best hitters in the league. There were so many other players who played that way.
Yeah.
Where now it's like everybody knows Jacob Trouba because he's like the only guy in the entire league that plays that way, that actually steps up and hits guys.
Hits somebody.
Yes.
Like, one person hits somebody and they're like, it makes every highlight. They're like, oh my God. And you're like, that was just a normal hit. Yeah, like 12 of those a game when we played.
I know.
Well, every roster had 2 or 3 guys that did that.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
No, you were sturdy,
it was
dude.
Scary.
You were sturdy. You were sturdy in goddamn AAA. Whenever we'd go up and play against you, man, like, God, you'd have the puck the whole game. I remember those bright orange jerseys. And you would fucking run guys, and you just had such good balance on your skates, man. Like, I remember that. God, that was a long, long time ago. You had a big defense partner, too. I think he passed away, played for
he had some he had a little bit of, I don't want to say mental illness. So he was a police officer. His name was David Gardner.
Yeah, Big Gardner.
Yep. Big guards. I mean, he was a lefty, tough.
Yeah.
Like, Cam, do you remember some of those games? Like, if some of those little hockey games that we were like 14, 13 years old broke out the way they did when we played, people would start getting arrested.
No, I know.
They were like absolute wars. It was crazy.
No, it was awesome. It was a wake-up call.
It'd be like a safe sport violation.
Yeah.
They make you take all this
it
shit.
was.
The Michigan National Hockey League back then.
Yeah.
It was badass.
Yep.
Well, they call it
right.
they call it the Elite Hockey League,
League,
whatever they call it. Like, yeah, I mean, CompuWare's not even in the league. A lot of those Detroit teams, Victory Honda may be the only team that's
CompuWare's
still
not there anymore.
No,
No,
well, they're in a different league.
Oh yeah.
Did they? Yeah, because Pete Carmano sold all that.
Yeah,
because the under 18 or the U.S. program plays at old CompuWare Arena.
I know.
Plymouth Whalers Arena.
Yeah, no, they call it the Tier 1 Elite Hockey League, but like, I think Bell Tire and Victory Honda were the only 2 Detroit teams that stayed and played against, like, in the league with Chicago and St. Louis and some of these other teams.
Okay.
But like,
Little
Caesars did their own thing.
They won the state because I think Ryan Kesler's son is playing.
That's right.
I think he's helped coaching, and I think I just saw that his son they won the state championship.
Yes, we had him on.
We had him on too.
We know all about like the kids teams more than the NHL. These guys come on, they're so into it.
They're so into it.
You
man.
could maybe be happy you don't have a son right now.
Well, you'll get into something.
I know.
You're gonna get into something, dude. You'll be traveling around. You'll see.
So Cam, funny that you asked earlier for what I was doing. I tried to get back into hockey. I had a little bit of animosity, I guess, towards the sport after I tore my left ACL because of, I got bought out by Carolina. And what sucked about it is that I was healthy enough to play like the last 5 to 8 games. Oh, wow. And they're like, oh no. And they're like, no, why press it? Don't press it. Just, wait till next year, save it. And the reason I'm telling you this is important is because then I'm like, okay, all right. So I just, kept doing my thing, training and skating by myself or whatever. And then sure enough, at the draft, I get a call by Ron Francis says that they're going to buy my contract out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you motherfucker, because the difference between buying my contract out if I would have played the last 5 games of the season, even if I look like shit, at least it shows that I'm healthy enough to play a game.
Right.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because then if I don't play those fucking 5 games and get bought out, now teams are like, he's had 4. I don't know if I want to take a chance. Do you get what I mean? Like if I would have played 1 game, then I guarantee I get bought out. I would have signed a contract no matter what, instead of getting, a tryout. Because they're like, oh no, he played, he's fine. He's battling back in the summertime, but he played a game last season, so he'll be fine.
So what'd you play, like 2 shifts? You played like 47 seconds in Carolina, right? That's it.
Yeah,
your
it was
entire
like,
time there.
Oh man,
47 seconds. Then he's out for the year. But didn't Tampa Bay sign you to a tryout that off? Like what happened there? Because they were all like, everybody was thinking, he's going to come here and run the power plays, kind of like the missing ingredient that they were looking for.
Yeah. So my agent said that they had a contract in the desk waiting for me, and like show up as long as I could skate, I was going to sign. But then they had a Russian kid that was holding out and played for their Russian team in the World Cup that year when it was in Toronto. And so sure enough, I come into camp, play a game or 2, and then they sign, and shockingly a day later I get released.
Oh my God. Like how'd you do in training camp? Like you played some preseason games, right?
So, and then I forgot the cartilage in between your 2 ribs. I fucking had like a little slight tear in that, so I couldn't breathe and I couldn't like do anything. So I probably should have been out for like 3 weeks, let that heal, but I kept playing. I probably didn't look great after that. That was the first game I think I played against Florida Panthers. But anyways, I kind of kicked myself because that year, after I kind of committed to Tampa Bay and signed any papers, but Edmonton wanted me to come to them, and that was the year that they made the playoffs. So I would have fucking McDavid had 110 points. So imagine me running the power play.
Oh, you still be playing?
You would have had 70 points.
I literally lost probably 30 more million and my 1,000th game and all that stuff. One person telling me, no, Tampa Bay wants you there. You can win a cup with this team, blah, blah, blah. And then, get released. And I'm not going to say that's, I'd probably, like I said, I kind of got hurt a little bit in training camp, but at the same time, I was told different things than the results that I got for going to that team. If that makes sense.
You got banged up hardcore. Like, did you ever get like addicted to anything? Because you're probably taking painkillers out the wazoo.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, I can't say that I have like the most addictive personality, but if I like something, then I can do it. Like I would have like a Percocet and some wine, and it feels amazing. Yeah. But like, what I mean? That was never like going down the streets of Columbus asking fucking people for some fucking pills.
Yeah, well, that's the next step once the doctor stops giving
right.
it to you, So that's good, man. You had to like the discipline, because I always ask, and I don't want, it is what it is. It hits people differently, and it rocked me. So I was just wondering, because you got fucking banged up, man, and you're constantly hurt. You have pain. You have to sleep. So I was just wondering if you ever got jammed up. You're lucky you didn't, man, but that's on you for being disciplined.
Yeah, it's just, like I said, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't mind if you're like, hey, Wiz, you want a Percocet? I'd be like, sure, I would love one. You know what I mean? But it's not like something where, I kind of got like addicted to it, like I was saying. And I'm very open about stuff like that because I would like to try to help people with any type of problems. But like, I don't judge people if they get addicted to them. I mean, I could see why. Like, but. Like I've chewed tobacco for 20 something years, but I don't chew at home. I chew just on the golf course.
What kind?
You know what I mean? Like you're going to love this. So in California, they stopped any type of flavored tobacco. You're not allowed to buy any flavored tobacco, but you can chop your dick off when you're 6.
Yeah, you can do that. Oh yeah.
You can do that because that's normal.
Oh, yeah.
You can make your choice. You can make your choice for that, but you can't make your choice of if you want fucking mint Skull or
Good old
mint
Gavin.
Copenhagen's.
Good old Gavin Newsom.
Yeah.
Pretty
So,
boring.
but I'm a long cut Copenhagen guy.
Yeah. I got Grizzly. It's not good.
Yep, Chris.
You know.
No, it's not. But like it's just like that oral fixation kind of on the golf course. It's just something
Hell yeah.
when I'm bored.
You don't
know?
do it in front of your wife? The wife doesn't like it?
No, I mean she doesn't. I just try not to do it in front of my kids, really.
Yeah. Daddy, what is that?
Yeah, exactly. Well, and then the other thing, the reason why I kind of like doing it at home, but I stopped is because I get like boredom eating, and I don't want to become like a real fat fuck either, So, and it's kind of like I'm probably like 15 pounds overweight, and I'm like, if I like keep doing this boredom eating when I'm sitting at home, then it's gonna be bad. And like right now, like I could easily, kids are on spring break, I could easily start drinking. It's so gorgeous out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I could have some fucking
homeboy.
pops by the pool, and it's
I
just
know.
like, see, that's my problem is my fucking
Me too.
like borderline alcoholic, like just
Yeah.
love to like drink. You know what I mean?
Well, lucky
And
you
that's
got
my
kids.
problem.
You got kids.
Yeah,
Where they
exactly.
I don't have kids, Wizard.
No kids?
No kids, man.
You married or no?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm married. But yeah, I did my thing, dude. Partied like a crazy ass, and then found a girl, and then we
Yep.
chilled. And then like it's not like I'm wearing a fucking condom. Like I don't even know how to use one. But like she's just not getting.
What are
pregnant.
those?
I don't know. Sailors used to use them back in the day. But like
Skin on skin or ain't going in.
yeah, man. I just don't. I don't have kids, man. So we just like it's easy to drink, and especially when I'm doing a podcast. Like I want to have my beer, hanging out, fucking talking to you and shit. So it's
That's
there.
what I'm, like that's probably my biggest nemesis. It wouldn't be like drugs or anything like that, because like California, I mean, weed is like you can actually grow a certain amount in your own backyard, so people do it.
Do that here now too.
And
Damn right.
yeah, right. So like, I mean, I've never even really gotten to weed, even just because like if I do it, I just eat. Like like seriously, like I'm always like sounds like I'm a fucking so vain or something like that, but I just like I get bored, that boredom eating. I just want to just start pounding fucking food for no reason.
Dude.
Boredom
But
eating.
that's all.
Get stoned and eat food, man.
Exactly. That's
Hey.
exactly right.
You had. I gotta ask you about a couple of your suspensions, dude. Like, there's like suspending you like left and right, like
Oh, it was fucking embarrassing.
8 games at a time. Like, what is going on here? Like, first off,
Fuck.
the Clutterbuck one. Like, why would you get 8 games for that one? Like, I mean, I don't understand why that would be 8 games. Now, that was at a time when like Brendan Shanahan's doing the videos, and they're trying to like use everybody as an example. Like, you got to have some good stories though, man, about how some of these went down, and when you went toe to toe with the league and some of these
Oh my God.
hearings,
And like, and Cam probably knows me enough where like I don't like really keep my mouth shut when I should. So I've always said like GMs like love me because they love my swagger, I guess you could say, or some people might say cockiness, the way I would, come across. And then coaches had a hard time with me because they can't really control me because I would question them. I'd be like, no, that's fucking stupid. How are we going to do that? Whatever. But so my point is when I'm arguing with the NHL, so what I personally think is the Clutterbuck thing was I just signed the big ticket. I'm a big enough name in hockey, but like I'm not Canadian, so it's not going to really affect anything. I went to the OHL and I'm American, so the Americans don't like accept me, if that makes sense. So I'm not ruffling anybody's feathers. And so, they decided to slap me with a $536,000 fine to make a fucking, because I'm a perfect scapegoat for them to be like, hey, we're not fucking around anymore with these headshots. Mm-hmm. And now they go back to like $5,000 fine.
I know.
500 grand.
I just didn't think it was
536,000.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
8 games.
God.
8 games just seemed to.
And honestly, and I'm going to tell you the exact thing. So I could tell you the whole thing that fucking happened. He ran Feder Tootin in the corner in a preseason game with like 6 seconds left, and it was tied.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I came over there and fucking give him a big cross check, knock him down. I'm like, let's fucking go, whatever. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And nothing. So then the play gets out of the blue line, and then all of a sudden, like the play's coming at me, and then the horn blows, and I kind of turn and I see somebody coming at me, And what's your first reaction when you go and
Protect yourself. Yeah.
they protect yourself? And that's all I did was like oh fuck, like get off me kind of like, and I'm just gonna hit somebody because I didn't know. Say if it was somebody trying to come in and fight me, at least I have to not just gonna stand there and be like, oh, hit me first. No, I'm gonna protect myself. And it was just like kind of like a reverse hit to try to be like, get the fuck off me. And that was. And then this is the worst thing about fucking these video replays and slow-mo. If you watch in the 8th clip right there, you see your elbow. I'm like, motherfucker, that thing happened like bam, bam. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not targeting anybody's head. All I'm doing is just protecting myself.
And it's Clutterbuck, right?
Yeah.
It's Clutterbuck.
Defender, all that stuff.
So I'm coming in. He could have avoided. He didn't have to skate in your direction either. I thought that one was completely goofy, man. It made no sense to me for 8 games.
That's ridiculous.
8 games, but like, here's the thing: is I didn't even know it was him because the play went on. So I just thought it could have been one of his teammates coming in. You know what I mean? I had no idea. Like there'd be like. And the funny thing during the thing, Shanahan was like, well, you said Clutterbuck. I'm like, yeah, because you fucking said I hit him. So obviously it's Clutterbuck. I'm not saying I knew it was him. So we're talking about him. He's like, oh, okay. So like trying to like saying like, aha, I got you. You knew it was him. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's not, you know what I mean? I'm like, don't fucking play this bull.
You saw the video by then. You knew who it was by then.
Shanahan,
anyway.
like you fucking dirtiest motherfucker too. Like, don't tell me. Sit here and fucking throw throw stones in a glass house. Yeah, dude. Jesus Christ, tell me like I'm what my moral compass is.
How dare you,
here.
Wizard?
Yeah. God, you elbowed that guy. I can't believe it.
How dare you?
Hey, but James, the Seabrook one. You may have I don't know, 8 games versus 6 games versus 5 games, but you came from distance. Now, let me ask you this though, because the broadcasters, even on the actual play, they like accused him of maybe like embellishing. So like, did you feel like he embellished? And he was like your boy. Weren't you guys like friends?
Yeah, I would say we were probably like really, really good friends. Like I lived with him in Chicago, like pretty much my whole time I was there. So here's my other thinking of this to clear this whole thing up, because I actually haven't really been able to talk about this and a widespread like a podcast to get the word out. Well, he's such a good friend of mine. I didn't want to beat the shit out of him.
Got it.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So when he hit Corey Perry, I'm like, and I get traded the team. I'm like, I have to stick up for my fucking one of my best players. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's my best friend, but like, because if I go up to the fight him for once, he's probably not going to fight me. And if he does, probably it's not going to end well. You know what I mean? Like, no offense, seems to love you, buddy, but I think we both know what would have happened. So my second thought was like, all right, let's go fucking hit him. And then hopefully then it's just over with. Like, oh, Wiz stuck up for his teammate, so we don't have to, I don't have to do anything, So it showed like I did a good job, blah, blah, blah. And unfortunately, I maybe took it a little step further.
You crushed him. I mean, from distance, you came from like long range. And he didn't see you coming either, I don't think.
No. And I thought he had the puck. He kind of had the puck for a second, but he really didn't have the puck. So I'm not going to really argue with that one. But that was my train of thought, is like, wow, just go hit him. And then it's over with.
Now, the Shane Doan one.
Shane Doan's fucking bullshit.
I know.
That is bullshit.
Because he didn't miss a shift.
Show me, Brody.
He may have missed it. That was like a clean. I mean, listen, you got up a little high on him, but it was like you were just standing him up at the blue line, right?
They said I hit him with my elbow. I didn't. I hit him with like my forearm, or not my forearm, but my tricep.
Yeah.
Like you know how like you lunge and like it's like kind of right there. Secondly, I know Shane Doan's one of the greatest guys. What the fuck are you doing trying to toe drag me on a penalty kill? That's your fault.
Yeah. They were short?
Yeah, they were shorthanded.
Don't be toe dragging on a penalty kill.
No.
Don't ever like your penalty. It's a 1-on-2. I know I can step up because like I got another guy behind me. Even if you do toe like that's just a veteran should know better than that.
But to tell you how much the game has changed, Cam and James, listen, he gets up. He can't even. He's like stumbling around. He can't even like get up and get back to the bench. But then like he's back on the ice like 2 minutes later.
Right. Yeah, he didn't leave the bench.
Like,
did he? I'm watching it right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and then you fought. Yeah. You fought right after that too.
Keith Yandel fought him.
Yandel.
Well, then you beat the shit out of Keith Yandel too.
I
Like,
just saw. Go ahead.
Well, that's like, and here's the thing: is like, I know what was going on, and I'm like, even the referee was like, I don't know what the fucking problem was. That was a great hit. That's what I even told. But then I got a 2-game suspension for that. I'm like, fuck me, come on.
Hey, he fought Joey Vitale, our boy.
oh
My
toe to
God.
toe.
Wow.
Oh, that's a good one. That was a good one.
goddamn
Exhibition.
good one.
That was preseason. You fought. You're
Whoa.
like doing shit in preseason.
Uppercuts throwing fucking heat down the pipe, dude. Damn.
I was like, why are we like? And he was a veteran guy, and I'm like, what are you doing? It's tight, and like, it was nothing. Like he just kind of like pushed me, and I pushed him back, and then he was like, let's go. I'm like, oh my, really?
All right.
Like, all right, fine, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, the last one I want to talk about. All right, the Sean Avery one. Okay, now listen. They gave you. You're lucky. Hey, if you did that today, they'd probably kick you. You'd probably be like,
oh God,
No,
you're banned out of the league.
they cut
banned.
your arm off.
I'd be banned.
They cut your arm
I'd be
off.
banned.
You'd be banned. Like,
I'd be banned.
Like Twitter would be getting you for sure.
Oh God, they'd get
So-
you so bad.
Okay, all right, when you're doing that obscene gesture on the ice, are you like catching yourself being like, okay, I probably shouldn't.
Well, that's exactly what happened. If you saw me when I'm doing it, I'm like, oh God, I should stop doing that.
Yeah,
Well,
the camera's got you.
Yeah, and I got like 2 gay uncles, and they thought it was the funniest thing in the world. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, the thing is, like, they would have said like, oh, you have to apologize. I'm not fucking apologizing for anything. Because the other people are like, well, kids have seen that. And I'm like, well, if the kids know what it is, what does it matter? And if they don't know what it is, don't fucking tell them.
Yeah.
It's not that hard, right?
You're eating a banana.
Yeah, go drink some water with your water bottle,
You're eating
you know?
What did Avery say on the
Go
ice?
drink some water with your water bottle. There you go.
Did you like Avery? Did he bug you? Like, what was your take on him?
No, that was like my only like kind of time that like we kind of had like an incident, but that was like because it started off in during warmups, because that was like I just got traded to the Islanders, so it was the first game between Islanders and Rangers, so things were gonna get fucking heated. Because we had Trevor Geely's, they had
Oh boy.
and they had Bugard, and then we had Konopka, and they had Prust.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it was just like kind of like when you were with New Jersey with them, with Rupp and all them, when you guys had that thing. It kind of started off like that. So he was like, I'm like, hey, I'll be your Huckleberry. Let's go.
Man.
You know what I mean? Like,
Fucking Gilly's a good dude, eh? You like him?
oh fuck, I love
Fucking
him.
awesome.
Like,
Great.
he's
human
like
being.
literally one of the great human, like one of the biggest sweethearts in the world. Honestly,
he'll stick up for you, man. Like,
Right.
if I call Trevor right now and be, hey, fucking Gillies, I need you, man. I need you here.
He'd be here.
Like, he'd just be here, kind of guy. You know.
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
that dude. Cool. As
Yeah,
hell. He's
he
doing
is.
good, man. I do a thing
Is
with
he?
all those.
Good.
Yeah, they're all doing good, dude. All those guys, even like all those shit kickers in America, like Yablonsky and Morasti, they have this.
yeah, exactly.
We all talk to each other on like a forum.
Perfect.
Yeah, so they're all doing good, man. Everybody's different,
good.
but you know they didn't sign a big con. They're grinding it. Still.
I know.
We had Big Stevie
Yeah.
Mac on. He's fucking doing his thing up in Canada. But those guys are
Good.
the nicest. They're just the nicest dudes ever, man. And
Well,
I don't
and then
know.
you guys had the hardest job in the fucking world, man. Like, you're not even mad at somebody, and they're like, "Go fucking beat the shit out of them," because it's way different than fucking when they're like, "Oh, UFC and stuff." Dude, they have 2 months to prepare to fight one person. You know what I mean?
2 years.
You guys would be like, "Yeah, exactly," or whatever, and then you guys are like, you have tomorrow night, and then 2 nights later, and then back-to-back nights. It's just like you're not even mad at this person. You're just like, "Oh, I gotta go do my job." Like, it's harder. I think the hardest job in sports, because you can't let your guard down. You have to find some psycho-ness in order to like
Maintain.
act like if you if you lose, you're gonna die. And that's the
like
only
that,
way to
Andy?
keep a fucking edge.
Andy knows,
Well, I know all
right,
about
Andy?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
hey, I got it. Listen, you make the Olympics 2018. I want to ask about that experience. But your dad catches the norovirus in Pyeongchang, South Korea. Like, what is that?
Pyeongchang?
What happened to him?
So that was one of the probably underrated things that didn't get talked about the most. It got so bad over there, they almost had to cancel the Olympics.
What is the norovirus?
Yeah, what
So
is that?
norovirus is it's gonna fucking gross you out. So what it is, it's pretty much shit particles. So it's when people get the flu and like they don't wash their hands good enough, or like, they flush a toilet and they had shit on, and then somebody else comes in and touches it. But it's one of the most contagious flus, and all it does is pretty much you piss out of your ass and throw up at the same time for about 36 straight hours. And then people can die from it because he gets so dehydrated because you literally can't keep anything down. But a lot of times it's like third world countries, because they don't have the medical attention, like getting an IV or something like that they get dehydrated and they die from it. But so my dad got it, and then he missed my goal. He had to be, and then what they do is like the South Korean government, because once you go to the hospital for it, then they follow you back. They quarantine you in your room for like 36, and they put like a piece of tape on your fucking door to see if you left or not.
Really? Yeah. So you couldn't even go see him. I'm sure USA Hockey wanted to keep you away from him too, right?
Yeah. Yep. I couldn't go see him. My wife fucking saw it happen. Like, I saw him after a game. I'm like, dude, you look horrible. This is after like the second or third game or whatever. I'm like, you look green, right? Yeah. And you've seen those Family Guys when fucking like Stewart starts fucking throwing up like that, like Stewie start like, you know what I mean? That's I guess that's what happened. My dad was standing in line, and my wife said my dad threw up, and it projectile like 10 feet of like black throw up.
Oh, wasn't he waiting for a taxi cab or something?
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
And so he's thrown up on the street, and so people knew that he. Oh shit! You got the norovirus. Like,
they do.
A bunch of people got it there, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. So that's pretty much what happened. So they like literally like the ambulance came, they got him, and then they took him back to the thing, and then him and my mom had to like stay in the room. Could she
take care of him? Could she take care of him when he was? Or did she have to separate from him too?
Well, they're in the same room, so they had to quarantine together. Because my parents are actually divorced. They've been divorced for 33 years or something. But they're best friends, so they went over together with my little sister, and then my wife and 2 kids at the time were there. And so my wife and 2 kids had their own room, and then my dad, my mom, and my little sister had another like apartment, and so then they had all quarantined together or something. It was fucked up.
Yeah. Well, then wait a couple more years, would be quarantined even more when COVID.
Yeah.
In a different kind of way for a lot longer.
Different kind.
36 hours ain't shit, dude.
Hey, remind people about your goal you scored there though, because I don't want to let that go. Like was it a game tying goal or a game winning goal?
I think it made it to 3-1. It was a 5-on-3 goal. Okay. And it was kind of like an emotional moment, because for one, like getting on the team, and I only played power play. That was another frustrating thing. That's when I was just like, fucking, I'm so over with hockey.
Oh, I get you.
But other than that, Jim Johansson passed away a month before.
I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah. So like he was probably like one of my most influential people in hockey. And, he put the team together, president of Team USA, all that stuff. And he passed away with a widowmaker heart attack in the middle of the night. He was only like 50. Yep. He was only like 50 something years old.
So how
behind a baby daughter and stuff is fucking horrible.
Oh yeah. The widowmaker, man. My dad had to go through and caught it just in time. He was looking yellow. He was looking yellow for a bit, dude. I didn't even fucking notice because I was living next to him. And I remember doing this amateur Hall of Fame, and everybody, he finally came out of the house with my mom, and they're like, God, he's not looking good. I'm like, damn, you're right, he's not. Damn widowmaker, man. They got that thing cleared. He's good to go. How was your relationship with your family growing up? What'd your mom and dad do? And you said they've been divorced for a long time, and they're best friends.
Yep.
Like, you're lucky that they
we're lucky.
How does that go down? How does that work?
Well, like, obviously when it first happens, like, they got together. My mom was 18 when she had my older sister. My dad was 21. And then 2 years later, they had my other sister. So, and 4 years after that, they had me. So my mom had 3 kids by the age of 24.
Wow, dude.
And so, like, life hits you fucking pretty hard. And, my dad had to go to work, all that shit. So then, as time went on, kind of grew apart, but probably because of, finances, they I think I pretty much grew up with, I don't want to say nothing. I got everything I needed, but nothing extra, if that makes sense.
I know. Yeah. Oh, I know. Andy knows too.
So, yep. So, you had one of those situations, and then, as time moved on, it was kind of one of those things where they just finally just couldn't live together. So my mom's been remarried for probably 30 years or so. My dad's
Is he cool?
20 some.
How
Yeah.
was that for you,
like,
though? Because you're like the big dog of the fucking family. And like,
it's
you're
just-
success. Were you like looking at this guy like, what are you doing? Like, let me look
No,
at you.
you know, it
Fucking
was
evaluate
like,
you.
yeah, I was only like 7 years old.
Oh, never mind. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Cam thinks it was
My
last,
bad. I'm
last
just
year.
asking. You know,
Like they just met on
No,
like
I'm just saying.
Christian Mingles or
It's
something.
great.
You know?
Yeah, you were young.
Right. No, it's great. I mean, like, you know, he just stayed to be my buddy because my dad was in the situation. So he just became like a really good friend, you know, and like he gave advice, you know, if he had to put his foot down, obviously you have to do that.
Yeah.
But like, for instance, my dad and him play on the same golf team in the golf league.
That's,
You know what I'm
is
saying?
that weird?
Like,
Is that weird though?
no, it's just fucking great. Like my
Okay.
mom went with my dad's wife and her brother because she's Greek to Greece for 10 days and travel with them. So my mom, my stepmom, and my uncle.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? Like
I actually
we're all
love hearing
one
that. I
big
like that.
family.
I like hearing
That's cool.
that.
It's
Wizard,
great.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is.
You got
It's one of
lucky.
the best things in the world.
You
yeah,
got
I got
lucky.
real lucky.
100%.
You know, some parents just fucking hate each
And
other.
then they
yeah,
and then
yeah.
they tell you when you're a kid. What happens is
Yeah.
the parents will be like, "Your dad's a joke. He sucks. He doesn't do." And then
Exactly.
and then now you're
Right.
confused as a kid. Like, well, you both suck because
Right.
you keep, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You got lucky, man. That's
100%.
good, dude.
100%. That's exactly how I feel. So
Hey.
that's one of the good things.
What was your experience like in the KHL? You only played 16 games there. Like, did you leave because you had to get the hell out of
Yeah,
there, or
dude.
like, what was the circumstance?
Well, the best, I signed a 10-week contract, and they paid pretty well. I mean, they gave me $130,000 for 10 weeks.
Oh.
So
And you got all your money?
yeah, I did. It took me all the way till the fucking 10th week to get any money, but yes, I did get
Oh,
my money.
shit.
They wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So the craziest thing is the KHL is just it's like the wild west, man. Like it's like a superpower that could be a third world country in some spots. It is wild.
No doubt.
Like they do their own. I've seen guys give themselves their own IVs, throw needles in the trash can. You know, like I actually got in a fight and broke a guy's nose. I think one of my last games in the KHL, and I had his blood everywhere. And our trainer, no rubber gloves, cleaning everything off, cleaning my cuts. I mean, it's just that kind of stuff is just the most wild thing. There's no bars there because I guess Russians are just absolute alcoholics. So if they don't go for social drinks, they go to get absolutely fucked up. So they don't give a lot of days off there because guys will go on like 2-day benders where they don't even know where the guy went.
Yeah.
He'll just like disappear.
They do that in Finland too.
Really?
Yeah, Finland, same thing. Like that's why they don't go for like beers.
Yeah.
It's either like
3
a bottle
days.
of vodka. Yeah, exactly.
It's 3 days sauna, vodka, weird things, and your wife's just like,
Yeah.
go ahead, guys. Like that's kind of like
Yeah,
a
see you
tradition.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah, then they come back and they beat their wives and wrestle too.
Oh,
Oh
no
my
shit.
God.
I can't even
Oh,
take a
yeah,
shit
they-
without my wife asking me what I'm doing. To be honest with you, Completely
Welcome to
honest
the
with you.
family.
I know.
Yeah, welcome to
How'd
the
you
club.
meet your girl, man?
Dude, that's kind of funny. You say we were in Vegas at a pool party.
Were you looking cut up?
course you were.
jacked? Were you looking good?
Well, I was on my fourth ACL, so like a week after. So I was doing fine, but my wife was she was a ex bikini model, so you know she was
Oh,
you
I'll
know
be
she
looking
was
her up
looking
tonight.
like yeah.
I already have.
I mean, no, I won't.
Yeah. So now you know what I was
Yeah,
like
dude.
what I saw. So and then I was playing in Chicago at the time, and then I got then we started kind of dating later. She came out for the outdoor game when we played Detroit at Wrigley Field, which was fucking amazing. That was really cool.
Yeah, dude.
And then I got traded to Anaheim, and she's from the LA area. So I got traded to Anaheim at trade deadline. So it kind of went from like 0 to 60 like that. So it was, and we got engaged later that summer, got married the following year. It'll be 13 years this July.
Wow.
Good for you, man.
Thanks,
Good for
man.
you. Are you're happily? and
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You sound.
Well, I
you
mean-
sound like it. You do. You
Yeah.
Sound, you sound
I mean,
happy.
Full of energy.
You do. Listen, we interview a lot of people, man. Like I could feel it. You know, you sound happy.
Yeah.
How are your
Well, I mean-
wheels though? Like when you went up to a girl that's that beautiful. Were you pale too, probably? Because it's probably during the year or something.
Oh, 100, yeah. 100.
You look
no,
like
it was in July. No, it was in July.
So you're okay. At least you're not pale as fuck.
No, I had a little bit of color because in Chicago, my building had a pool, so I had a little bit of color.
You know what I mean, though. There's no confidence when you're pale, especially when you're that beautiful.
Zero.
So how'd you do it? Like, were you just confident? Shit?
Well, the best is I was like on one crutch or kind of like two crutches, kind of helping me walk.
Oh, God.
So it's just like the best reason to introduce yourself, because she had like a broken thumb, and I was like, hey, we sent some drinks. We sent some drinks, and then I was like, somebody's calling me. Fuck, John Barry, old basketball player.
Oh,
he knows a lot of people.
I know. Does he like do the free throw like underhand like his dad did? Or
no, he does talk about that. But yeah, so he's the guy that I always golf with him. He's a really good golfer. And then Chandler Parsons, he played in the NBA.
Oh,
as well.
yeah.
Dated one of the Kardashians.
Why does everybody hang out with cool people besides us, Andy?
I know. That's why he's out there. Hey, what's your setup like out there? Like, are you like on a course? You got a pool and everything? Like what's your setup there? And
I do have a
3.9 doesn't get you what it gets you in Columbus, you know?
No, this one was 4.3, so I had to spend a little bit more. Yeah, I'll send you a little.
We need to see.
I'm creeping you out like you can't believe after I get done with this. Do you have social media and all that shit?
Yeah.
Right, cool.
So I'll take it. So this is the picture of the back of the house.
There you go.
It's just a small little like gated community. Like we're just inland of Malibu. We live like right off of Canaan, and so it takes us 18 minutes to get to the beach.
Nice.
Where's your wife from?
My wife's from Thousand Oaks area.
Oh, okay. So she's from out there, so that makes sense.
Yep. Yeah,
What do
exactly.
you mean by
That's
that?
kind of.
Is that a really nice area?
California. I'm just saying for him to go.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Hey, before we let you go, you were in Chicago when like Kane like showed up and all that.
Yeah.
Like you kind of missed like the Showtime Stanley
Yeah.
Cup era, and you went to Anaheim the year after they won the Cup. You guys had some great players there that you played with.
Yep.
But like when he shows up, like what was your like first feeling on him? Was he cool as shit right off the bat? You guys hanging out? Like you knew he was going to be like a generational player or what?
Kaner, you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Like, it was kind of funny because at training camp, so me and Adam Burrish we were like the single guys, and so we were hanging out with him, and he was talking about. He's like, "Oh man, I don't know. I can't wait to get back to juniors. I don't know if I'm ready." I'm like, "I don't know, man. I think you might be ready." And so, but I knew he was gonna be something special. Him and Taves both. The year that, Taves kind of went through all like the whole Colorado Avalanche team, I was on the ice. I think I actually got an assist on that. And I was like, oh my fucking God, that just really happened. So you kind of knew it was going to be something special. And then I just kind of saw like the writing on the wall. So after 3 years, I was like, I'm kind of ready to like step up, like, maybe get a power play role and all this shit, because they kind of used me as like a number 4 defenseman, number 5, like, block shots, fucking fight if I needed to, that kind of stuff. I'm like, I have a little bit more to give if you guys give me a chance. And then sure enough, they signed like Brian Campbell. And I'm like, well, you know what I mean? Like, and he got the big 8-year deal. So I'm kind of like, well, I'm almost going to have to ask for a trade because I'm kind of looking out for like better half of my career. And then there was nothing better than getting traded to Anaheim to get paired up with Scott Niedermayer for a year and a half. I mean, that was a real fucking treat, man.
Wow, that makes you just better. It makes you a better player.
100%. Like, it literally just elevated my game twofold just by watching him, learning from him, and then also I had Chris Pronger too.
How'd he treat you? How'd he treat you?
Just, you know what? Like, he said something to me on the butt and I gave it back to him, and he loved me since.
Yep, exactly.
Because like I love Pronger. Like, I personally, like, people had a hard time. I'm like, guys, he's just fucking with you. He doesn't tell you he's fucking with you. You just gotta like just stand your ground, and then all of a sudden he'd be like, oh, I got respect for you.
Yeah.
If you let him walk all over you, then he doesn't have respect for you.
Yeah.
He wants you to give it back to him, then he'll leave you alone. He's like almost like kind of getting you to like stick up for yourself.
Yeah. No,
you know what I'm saying?
There's always a rhyme and reason for everything.
Yeah.
He's a very smart guy.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
He tortured Andy like you can't believe.
But we had the best, really.
He tortured Andy so bad. Andy'd be in there and like Prongs would call him out in front of everybody in the room and make fun of him.
Really?
And
Why do you do that, Andy?
Well, Andy was a young kid that was cocky doing his thing and came in and was like asking Prongers, probably asked the same question over or something, and Prongs would call him out.
Like we got along.
They got along great.
And he would do anything for me, and he always made a point.
He
like
did.
whenever I see Lauren, even today, like I mean, she knows my wife. I mean, I know Chris very, very well now. Like obviously, this is like early in my, and he had like an ACL and a wrist injury. He was around all the time.
Yeah,
but.
In a good way,
she would tell me, you know how much Chris fucking loves you. Whatever, he'd do anything for you. Like, and he was like that. Yep. But I would. It's funny you say that because I would fucking give it back to him in front of everybody. It's like, fuck you, you know.
Like,
no,
I gotta do my
job,
you know.
Yeah.
So
that's exactly right. If you do that, then he likes you.
Yeah, exactly. And he knew. Hey, listen, before we let you go, Cam, you may have another one.
Wizard.
When you sign your big ticket in Columbus, though, like you sign your 5 or 6 year deal, whatever it was, and you're making like whatever 5.5 a year. Were you how much of a life changer was that for you? Like were you smart with were you spending like crazy right off the bat? Like how were you like handling just
we probably overspent a little bit on that house because we're probably the only people in the history of fucking mankind that lost money on our house in 2021. But the only good thing is I owed like $900 on it. So everything I got was like a profit, but we put a lot of money into that house. But so to say it like, no, I'm just fine. You know, I didn't buy any stupid things. I own my cars. I don't have payments. You know, the only thing I have payments on is my house. That's it.
Oh, I'm looking at your house right now. Gosh dang D-dog.
Nice pool.
You
got no neighbors behind you.
You got nobody looking at you in the back.
Nobody.
Wizard. God damn, boy.
Zero.
Damn
Zero.
right.
So where are you? Like, how long does it take you to get like where? If you wanted to go watch like a sporting event or something, like where are you going? Like where?
45 minutes. Oh, it's 45 minutes to get there.
Nah, whatever. That's how I am, dude.
Yeah.
That's how I am. I don't give a shit.
Yep.
I'll drive that. I want beauty. I don't want people looking at me. Fuck yeah, dude. Damn right.
So this is the other way looking, and Andy, I just sent you the other way going. Right. And this house, like from the back, it can't really tell, but it's like 6,700 square feet.
Oh, so that's a big boy house. That's
plenty of room.
That's big enough. You don't want anything bigger than that because then you're.
I don't.
It's too
I
much.
still think it's too big. I think it's a little bit too big.
That's a big yard for us.
That's a big yard.
People don't get those size yards out there.
Right, dude.
No, I got a. Actually, it's like 2 acres, but the only problem is like you see like the big oak trees. It's like a preservation, so nothing will ever be built back there.
Who lived there before you?
He's like a producer in Hollywood that moved to Georgia. But he's one of the good old boys, so I won't say his name. But yeah, he doesn't. He had to get out of California for that, pretty much that reason, if that makes sense.
Did a big dog buy your house in Columbus? Was it a player?
No, it wasn't a player.
Okay.
But he is a big dog with money. Yes.
So what do you? Okay, last one from me, man. And you've been great. And I know the birds are chirping. You're probably gonna go jump in that goddamn pool. I don't blame you.
Oh, it's so hot. It's so great.
And have a cocktail too. But like,
yes, sir.
What do you want to do? Like, are teams calling you? Like, like, what's your next step? Like, God, you could be
player development, power
like,
play specialist.
Just talking to the players. You're cool as shit. You've been through a lot. You know the fucking bullshit. Like, what do you want to do?
Honestly, between me and you guys, I kind of like. Oh yeah, so that kind of got on a rampage for me. So when I had I said I had like animosity over hockey a little bit. After I kind of retired, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I fucking want nothing to do with this sport. Fuck this sport. Blah blah blah. Right.
Yep.
Even though it gave me everything, I just had a bad taste in my mouth because I felt like nobody gave me a chance after I got hurt to prove myself. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But then I kind of got back into it when I started. I actually was the volunteer assistant coach for the OSU women's hockey team.
Really?
Oh, I knew that. I knew Ohio State women's hockey.
Jincy?
Yeah, so Jincy was on the team? Yep, she was my captain.
That's my girl, man.
She was.
She ran the power play when she was playing with like Matthew Tkachuk and Luke Cunnin and all those guys.
I fucking love her. She was the biggest sweetheart. She actually came over to watch my little girls a couple of times with babysit.
Really?
For like the wife and I would go on for a little date night.
The whole family's unbelievable, man. All the Duns.
Oh my God, they're literally the sweetest people. So yeah, my first year we won our first WCHA championship, and I had a fucking blast. And then of course that was COVID year. We were on the plane ready to go to Minnesota to play our the first quarterfinal game because they only have 8 teams in their national championship, and they took us off the plane. Everything shut down. That's when COVID hit us. We were hottest team. We went in, we beat Minnesota in the semis, like, because you know how women's hockey is it's Minnesota and Wisconsin, right?
Right.
And we beat Minnesota semifinal game, then Wisconsin in the final game to win the WCHA. The hottest team going in, and then they shut it down. And the following year, we lost in the Final Four, and then last year they won the national championship, and then this year they lost in the national championship game.
I think you guys lost in the Frozen Four in overtime too. I remember watching that game.
Yes, yeah. Uh-huh.
So, her sister Joy is fucking awesome too. She's on her way to Ohio State.
Yeah.
Is she going to Ohio State? I thought she was. Oh, no, she did. Because I thought she was going to go to one sister played at Minnesota, right?
The other sister plays at Minnesota. They had
Minnesota. Yes.
Chincy had an older sister, Jess, who played at Ohio State too.
Okay. Yeah.
Athletic, man.
And then the brother Joshua plays for the Blue Jackets, man. He's like up and down with the Blue Jackets right now.
Yeah, exactly. So then, he wore number 21, and I remember Bowler was like, "Hey, you better get some big shoes to fill in that number."
Jared, we just had him on, by the way.
Yeah, Jared Bull,
awesome dude.
He's is he the best, man. He was one of my best buddies when I lived in Columbus. So I really got a passion of like loving hockey again. So then I tried to get the Blue Jacket color. They gave it to Jean-Luc Grand-Pierre. And then I tried to go to Vegas for I think it was their second year, because they kind of clean. I think Brad May, they cut ties with them, and then they gave it to, I think it was
Shane Knighty or something.
No, Shane Knighty's in there. I was going to do pre and post game.
Oh, they gave it to Mike McKenna.
Yes. He was our third. He's our third goalie for. Yeah. He was our third goalie for Anaheim, and I'm like, how the fuck, like, how am I? And I had some tapes. I did like 8 games in Carolina where my knee was torn. Mm-hmm. So I kind of had a passion for that. And then when I got the coaching, I reached out to Ron Francis about the minor league team here, and it's in Palm Desert, so it's like 3 hours away.
Yeah.
Couldn't get any steam on that. So I mean, it's just been, I don't know, man. It's, to be honest, for me personally, it's been tough to get back into the swing of things for anything to do with hockey.
Well, you'd be good in media, dude. I mean,
anything.
Honestly, I can tell just like your energy, how you're pretty like good in terms of getting it out, like in terms of what you're trying to say. Dude. Like you'd be fucking good.
Or just chill and do your thing.
Just hang out at the pool.
Right. I would love to do. Yeah, I would love to do me, like if there's something with the Kings, like pre-post game interviews in between. I don't know, anything like that. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's kind of my thing. Everybody said I should have went like back on TV when I was done playing, because I enjoy people personally. Like I enjoy doing these things, interacting with human beings, and no matter like what difference is, I enjoy talking to people.
Yeah.
So
you should go coach in the KHL. The KHL may need some television.
Yeah, go to KHL. And then North Korea's got a league too. China's involved. Good God. No, man, dude, trust me, now that you're you probably get some phone calls now.
Cam, he does a lot of stuff with the military too, I believe.
Oh yeah, and he's got a clothing line out too.
Yeah. Dude, send us some fucking clothes.
Send me some shit, dude. I'll wear your shit.
Perfect.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So hopefully maybe something will come out from your guys' show anytime.
Yeah. Or you can just work with us.
What you guys should do, you guys should come out here to California, interview people. Oh wait, did I get you there? Sorry.
Yeah, would you cut over to your car?
Yeah, he's swimming now. He's got
Yeah, I got my shirt off now. I'm ready to get in the pool.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, let him do his thing. He's hey, go do your thing, Wizard. Yeah. You've been awesome, man. Keep in touch with us too, by the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and Cam, get my number from Andy. All right, perfect. And then, like I was saying, if you guys ever want to come out and visit California, we can interview some of my buddies out here. We could play some golf.
Yeah, for sure.
Get drunk and be by the pool.
We could do a California swing. He could be part of it. And let's interview some people and
golf. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Right. I love that.
Hell yeah.
We'll be in touch, man, for sure.
Hey, you're the man.
Cool, boy.
All the best, you and your family, dude. Thanks for doing this.
Talking to you,
guys are the best.
Yeah.
You as well. Good catching up. See you, buddy. Bye.
The Cam Strick Podcast is brought to you by Bellman and Bellman.com. BEHLMANN.com. Get out there to Detroit, Missouri. Check it out. On one side, you got the Buick, the GMC. Options for everybody. Then right across the street, you got the Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Again, find something that works for you and get yourself a new set of wheels in time for the winter. All right, that was James Wisniewski, man. Awesome interview, awesome conversation, and love having him on, dude. Great stuff.
Great guy. It's good to battle with a guy for so long and kind of both make it at the same time.
Yeah.
Kind of cool, man.
I like to be honest with the listener. Like, we will react a lot to the interview like next time because in reality we are about to do the interview.
We're about to do the interview, so I don't even want to like.
I mean, can we just say that?
Yeah,
So I don't.
Why we don't have to lie to the
Right.
Who cares?
Because I don't want to
They get the game, dude.
because they want us to react to certain things maybe, and it's just not really going to happen.
It's just not happening.
Did you know this guy was exonerated in Texas for a fatal stabbing that he did not commit? He was found not guilty. And now he just got arrested for a fatal road rage incident. He shot somebody.
Well, then he's going to jail, Andy.
Do you think
what the fuck?
he did do the stabbing too?
I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Why would you ask me something so
Well,
dumb?
I'm just curious.
I have no
your
idea.
Thoughts about
You
that.
found something
Some
again.
people get 9 lives, and then they want to do that with the extra life.
Yeah, well, that just.
So I can't feel bad for this guy. Brooks Koepka, by the way, he was at a Panthers game recently. Did we ever talk about that?
Was that him doing that? You sure it was
Didn't
Brooks?
even look like him.
Was it Brooks Koepka?
Yeah, apparently was. The pylon, talking about Aaron Ekblad, I think.
You sure that was Brooks?
Yeah. Do you like him?
Yeah, I do.
Or is he too cocky?
He's different. Like, he's just different. Like they're all cocky, dude. You know, the guys that are even the most cocky are the guys that are silent. So if you're silent and you're cocky, I don't like you. If you're cocky and loud like Phil and fucking some of the guys, I want that.
John Rahm was
he's quiet.
He's a big boy.
He's quiet.
Hefty.
He's quiet.
Can you be like out of shape like that and play golf?
Yeah, ask John Daly. John Daly's about as cool as you can get.
He was eating a sandwich during the final
cool
round.
As you can get.
But sometimes you need a snack, I guess, on the course.
I'd hang out with John Daly, dude. I'd party.
He's coming
with
to
him.
town, dude.
I'd party with Mike Tyson. I'd party with Kid Rock.
Oh, so is that your if you could invite 4 famous people to dinner with you?
Yeah, I'd talk to Tyson because he's so deep, man. I just want to smoke with him and fucking chill and shoot the shit with him. I want to shoot the shit with Kid Rock, dude. He's fun. He loves hockey guys, man. I don't care if he blows up a light. Like, that's goofy to me, but I like him.
What if somebody was standing on the other side of that lake?
Dude, that's his property, Andy. When you
What
have property,
if somebody was standing
they
there?
weren't. Then they're dead. It's your property. Don't come on my property.
You don't know if somebody could have been like it could have been
And
like
you're trespassing.
It could have been
Yeah, you
somebody with
are.
the electrical company. It could have been like a survey guy. You don't know what it is.
Well,
Somebody who was at the wrong house.
you got to be careful. You got to be careful when you deal with guns.
Do you need that type of gun on your property?
Well, yeah.
For
hell
Bud Light
yeah.
cans?
No, not for Bud Light cans. But you never know what's going to happen. And I wouldn't be as armed as you possibly can get. Damn right. And collect those things. Damn right I would. I'm not even a big gun guy, but I want guns. Hell yeah. I'll be responsible with them.
Well, you
I
better.
don't have kids. I'm not taking it everywhere. But yeah, I certainly want them.
You better be.
Yeah, you got to be responsible. You got to know what the fuck you're doing. You can't be an idiot.
Yeah, you do.
Can't do stupid
Yeah,
things.
Thanks,
That's it.
Cam.
Just like when you do anything in life.
Thanks. Didn't know that.
Oh, well, write it down.
Jeez.
You know? If I had kids, they'd learn how to shoot guns too. It's like my daddy taught me back in the day.
Hey, the Frozen Four, by the way, I want to give a shout out. Quinnipiac.
Yeah,
Do you know where that is?
Probably out east somewhere.
Yeah, probably.
Small school. They
Rod
weren't very good.
Brindamore's son. I knew that, actually.
They weren't very good.
There was a St. Louis kid named TJ Friedman. I'll give him a shout
Okay,
out.
hello TJ. What's up, baby? Is there
Yeah.
another kid that scored his first goal from fucking Fenton, Missouri?
Dude, it's my boy, Cole McWard.
Yeah, McWard. What the hell's
Dude,
that all
I've
about?
known Cole forever. I know his dad. I talked to his dad the last
Give
several
him a
days.
shout out then,
I give-
Andy.
I-
God damn it.
And you know what? The type of goal he scored, I'm glad you brought that up, showed great patience at the blue line and just like a seeing eye
He's
wrist
a
shot.
Fenton boy? He's a Fenton boy?
He went to Westminster, yeah.
Oh, he went to Westminster.
Very good kid. Like,
But
I would not allow you to be around
Okay.
him. I got to be
all right,
honest.
that's all
Like,
right.
I wouldn't want him
I thought
to,
I thought he was like my kind of dude.
No.
Oh, he's a pretty boy.
No.
Okay.
He's just a very
all good.
good kid.
That's good.
Westminster is like a
Very prestigious high school.
religious school.
Religious. All dudes.
Yeah,
right?
like
all boys?
I believe so, yeah.
Ooh, that sucks.
Like not I don't even know if they have a football team.
All dudes. Ooh, man.
There may be females that go. I don't know. I don't think so. But
It'd
it's
be
like
that much harder
it's
to
not
get up.
Catholic. It's more like
Christian?
Christian.
Okay, cool.
But he's a great kid.
Good kid.
I've known him forever.
Good
Plays
Christian
St.
boy.
Louis AAA Blues here in town, and I called his state championship high school game. He was playing in the second division several years ago downtown at the Enterprise Center. So his dad works out a power play cam. And so did the kid.
Get right out of town.
His dad works out there to this day.
Then I probably know him because I'm going there tomorrow too.
Probably.
Power play.
Well, maybe he'll be in there.
Give Mark a little shout out. Power play.
Yeah.
Right
So
there in
anyway,
Baldwin.
Cole
Prepare.
McWard played at Ohio State. Played in the USHL too. I think Youngstown maybe. Played at Ohio State. I don't know if it was Youngstown, wherever the hell he played. But played at Ohio State, and if you go watch his highlights, all his goals, not all of them, but most of them were scored in very similar fashion. Walks the blue line very well, very shifty, kind of does that, Crosby Mohawk with his skates,
10-2.
where he can turn his hips. Yeah, does that 10-2. And patient with the puck, man, and gets, pucks through and scores on a lot of wrist shots from the blue line.
So he's a D-man.
Yes, he is.
Give a little shout out.
But
baby.
I've been texting with him the last
kiddo.
couple of days, giving him a shout out. Cole
job,
McWard,
kid.
I'll give you a shout out. And a lot of these kids, man, who are undrafted,
Good job, kiddo.
Cam, and go to college.
Yeah.
And these teams, they overlook these kids. They don't see it. They don't see it when they're 18, and then they're all after them when they're 20, 21, sometimes even older. And they've got all the leverage, and then they're negotiating with these teams. And you got number of teams were interested. Boston, I think, was one of them, but Vancouver was in on them. But it's like the leverage for the player is like, well, I want to come straight to the NHL. So who's putting me straight in the NHL right now? Because if you don't, I'm not signing with you to go to finish the year in the minors.
Fuck that.
Goaltenders, I get, maybe they'll do that.
So he wants a one-way deal right off the bat.
Not a one-way, but he wanted to finish the year in the NHL. And so now next year in
if
training
he's not that
camp,
good, they could still send him down. How do you negotiate that in your contract?
I'll sign with you right now, but I want to come straight to the NHL.
Yeah, but what if they're like, oh, okay, but it's not in contract? How do you put that in contract unless you have a one-way deal?
Well, it's kind of agreed upon. What are you going to say? Okay, yeah, no problem. We're going to have you meet the team in Boston. Then he signs it and be like, psych, we were joking. You're going to the American League.
right.
It wouldn't work like that, Cam.
Okay.
And maybe
How
there
much
is
leverage
something.
do you
Maybe
have?
there
Did he
is something
dominate
in
that
writing.
much?
I'm sure there is something in
Like
writing.
how much leverage do you have with a professional team?
Because a lot of
the
teams are
professional teams like
after
we got
these
four
kids.
other fucking guys.
Maybe they don't.
But what if they do?
Maybe they don't.
But if they do,
I'll give you another example. The Hunter McCown kid who played AAA here in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Great kid. Signs with Columbus. That was his leverage, too. Wherever he was going to sign, St. Louis was one of those teams that were hard after him.
Yeah.
And they were telling him he'd have a top 9 spot on the team right now.
Oh, really?
And he still chose not to come here and goes to Columbus. I hope it works out for him there because they're a little more crowded in terms of their prospects and stuff. But these players, they find the right opportunity of where they can get in right away. So you're saying, what if they have 4 or 5 other guys? Well, then they're not signing there.
Okay.
They go to a team where they can go straight to the NHL. Now, next year's different, though, Cam. Now he's got to earn a spot out of training camp.
Okay.
There's no guarantees with that.
I get what
So he could very well begin the year next year in the American League. You never know. But he scored a goal in the second game. Big shout out wearing those old school throwback uniforms, those retros
Yeah, I like those
from the
Pablo
Vancouver
Burry, man.
Canucks.
Hey, did you see?
And my boy, my boy, our boy, Tocchet, he's doing a hell of a job there.
He's
man.
doing that. I hope they pass the Blues.
Are you
And,
still chanting, Bruce, there it is?
Nah, they forgot about him. You know,
Over there in Vancouver?
Vancouver. Did you see the Dalai Lama?
Well, I've seen him before. What do you mean? What do you do now?
Dude, he
You have a quote?
fucking made out with his kid.
Oh, my God.
Did you see that
That is
fucking-
not what I thought you were going to
Did
say.
you see that, Brody?
No,
And
he
he's
did
like-
not.
He kissed the kid, and then he looks at this little boy and he sticks his tongue out and goes, "Lick my tongue."
Why would he do that?
I don't know.
And what country was this in?
India?
Is he being prosecuted?
No, but they're blowing up on him, dude. It's everywhere.
Okay.
Dalai Lama.
I really don't even
what
want to
the
talk about
fuck are
this.
you doing? Aren't you like a
Because
saint or
I've
something?
read a number of his quotes over the years that are very inspirational.
Wow, dude, he's making out with little kids.
I
dude.
don't like that. You know,
No
how many
shit, you
Dalai
don't.
Lamas have there been?
I think like 15.
Okay, well, this guy shouldn't be one. So remove the Dalai Lama from him.
Brody.
Don't hold him
Wow.
responsible for all the other previous Dalai Lamas.
What
This
was
is
he
a
fuck-
sick-ass Dalai
What
Lama.
was he fucking doing,
I don't know.
dude?
I don't even want to talk bad about the Dalai Lama,
What
dude.
was
I
he
don't want to get
doing?
cursed.
Dude,
Can we stop?
I'm just saying, homie.
I didn't know about this. You didn't warn me about it.
I looked
wasn't-
at my
it wasn't
show
on
notes.
Brody's
I looked
rundown.
I looked at my radio show
It wasn't
notes,
on the
And I
rundown.
remember talking about it. I'm like, fucking Dalai Lama, you weirdo. Fuck.
I'm not even looking it up.
So bizarro land. Dude.
So anyway, the Frozen Four. Hey, let me just tell you this, Frozen Four. Why hold the game going toe-to-toe, head-to-head with all the NHL games when there were no NHL games on the schedule the night before?
I don't know.
Play the game on Friday night. I know they've got the Thursday, Saturday thing going, and they do the Hobie Baker on the Friday night. Just look at the damn schedule. There's no NHL games. Why not have the game that night?
I don't know. That was a nice celebration.
Well, they won the game 8 seconds in. How many times have we seen that in sports where the dominating team with all the best talent, they got Logan Cooley, Matthew Nyes, Toronto acting like they just got like Mario Lemieux or something. It's like they're all freaking out. Like I hope Nyes, very good college player. I hope he has a great career in the NHL, but they don't even know who the hell he is. None of y'all watch college hockey. Okay?
They play 30 games.
And the media doesn't watch college hockey.
No one does. Except for that college school. Like, so you don't watch college baseball either. You watch college basketball and you watch college football.
Maybe Carlo does. He's the only one that may.
Carlo watches everything.
But, nobody else does. So you don't even know what you're getting in Matthew Nyes.
And if you went to school out there, you're paying attention to it. But, like, people in the Midwest are.
But he's been around there for a couple of years. Like Jimmy Snuggerud was a freshman this past year. Logan Cooley, freshman. Those two guys are absolutely, studs. Adam Fantilli, by the way, wins the Hobie Baker. We'll give him a shout-out from Michigan.
Okay.
And he'll be drafted, go second overall behind Bedard in this coming draft this summer. At one point during the season, Cam, late in the season, he was averaging 2 points a game as a true freshman. That's like doesn't happen. So he certainly deserves.
There's not many games, man. It's hard to
but he deserves to win.
It's hard to evaluate a college player. I feel like and really draft him high. Like Bedard's playing in everything.
He's done all the international Canada shit.
And he dominated stuff. I see it.
You know what I'm saying?
So you're only playing like 30-something games. It's like, damn, it's just not real. It's not a real grind, It's like not a real. You're not
just
gonna hit
weekends.
It. It's like we're playing on a couple weekends.
I know.
Like Connor Bedard's traveling 20 hours on a Tuesday. He's playing. Now they're playing on the weekends too, I guess.
Yeah, they are. They play more like an NHL schedule.
Yeah, but they're playing.
Eric Johnson once indicated a long time ago, if he had to do it all over again, he probably would have gone to the WHL because that would have prepared him more for the NHL, knowing that he was going to be one and done.
No shit. He was going to play at an 18-year-old.
But to go 1 year at Minnesota back then, if you were a freshman, I don't care how big of a recruit you were, and he obviously was huge. He was the best player, obviously first overall and all that. He was playing behind like upperclassmen and stuff like that. Wasn't even getting that much ice time.
Yeah, I know.
His freshman year.
You play juniors, man. You're playing 30 a night, and you're playing. And you've
got the NHL routine, and you're doing everything, the workouts, all that stuff.
68 games too.
Yeah,
so you're playing a lot of games.
Yeah. So anyway, we thank James Wisniewski, the Wizard, for joining us on this edition of the Cam Strick Podcast.
Although he hasn't yet. It's all good. We got a bunch of guys. Hey, look, summertime's coming up too, guys. Like this is our jam in the summer. We'll get some good gas. We'll entertain you guys. We'll do our thing. We'll do some videos.
We don't stop during the summer.
No.
The Cam Strick Podcast, as always, is brought to you by Hair Club and hairclub.com. Cam, 800-279-7878. Get that pill and just talk to them. Get that consultation and get your life moving in the right direction. You want to move in the right direction? You do that with First Form and firstform.com as well. Be like First Form Nick. Take your life to the next level. Be in control of your life by downloading that app. Do it today. Firstform.com/Cam and Strick. That is our link. If you're going to buy anything from First Form, please do so by using our link. We ask you that kindly. Firstform.com/Cam and Strick. Hashtag Cam, I am First Form.
Hashtag I am First Form?
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay. Hashtag I am First Form. I'm also on board with Sparks. With a Sparks skate sharpener, Cam, you are in full control of your life, and you don't have you-know-who sharpening your skates.
Seth. Man, Seth is getting more bizarre by the day, dude.
What have you heard about him?
He's creeping out the neighbors now.
Oh,
I know. They got, young kids and stuff.
Is the neighborhood all talking about him and stuff?
Yeah, he's peeping Toming a little bit.
Oh, my God.
I'm just saying. He's
getting a little
well,
weird.
whatever.
I don't know if you need to say that.
Well, no, but hey, do something about it.
Okay, I don't know if you need to say that.
He's starting to, kind of peep and Tom a little bit.
I don't like that.
Look at his history.
Okay.
Just look at his history. That's it. No big deal. Just look at it. Keep an eye on the motherfucker. Not only is he creeping out the neighborhood, he's sharpening your goddamn skates.
Mm-hmm. So what would you suggest to the people?
Well, he's got the authorities need to do something.
No, what would you suggest? Just go ahead.
We'll get Sparks skate sharpener.
Mm-hmm. Get your own Sparks.
Get your own shit. You're gonna deal with this dude.
And don't go to
he's
the
not even. Look, it's supposed to open up at 8:00. He gets there at 8:45. You're late for your game because of dipshit boy.
Right.
And he's being a creep.
And I'm just not good at what he does. He replied to an ad in the newspaper.
Look at his fingers. They got Cheetos fucking stains on them. They're orange.
has no idea how to sharpen skates.
No idea what
Didn't
he's
play
doing.
hockey.
Didn't play anything. He plays with himself.
Oh, my
That's what he
God.
does.
A little Fortnite here.
Plays
and
with himself.
there. A little Fortnite.
He's doing a lot of weird things.
Okay, well, this is...
So the authorities need to get after him.
Sometimes
but
sometimes I wish I never even asked
but
you.
he's still sharpening your skates, and you just need to keep an eye.
I didn't know all this was going on
It's
with him.
happening.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's
Well,
happening.
okay.
People are complaining about it.
But get a Sparks and do it
Yeah.
today. And be in control of your skate sharpening and take your son or daughter or even yourself the game to the next level, which you can obviously do that with a Sparks. Having the right sharpening is a game changer.
And keep
Cam.
your daughter away from Seth, too. That's it.
Oh, my God.
Well, I'm just telling you, you're talking about bringing your daughters in.
Yeah, I don't.
Let's keep them away from Seth.
That's like, you don't even have to say that.
Oh, well, I just did.
Everyone knows that.
All right. Just letting you know.
Man,
Fucking weirdo.
it's ruined my day even asking you about that.
Don't take your skates there.
And don't worry, we will not be doing that.
Oh, shit. Especially Chloe.
Oh, no.
I'm just
We will
saying.
not be doing that.
I'll just keep her away from
I may
him.
go to Bellman just to feel good about
Yeah, there you
myself
go.
right
Chloe
now.
can go there and buy a car.
Oh, yeah, by
Couple years.
herself, no problem.
I know.
Even if she was 16.
Wouldn't even care. They take care of her.
Even if she was 16.
If a Seth rolled up there, they'd be like, get the
Get
hell out of here.
I know. Hey, listen, you can see a Seth when you just know it when you see one.
You just know. Yeah, no doubt.
Um,
Hey, there's some Seths at other car dealerships, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there are.
Swinging their dick around.
Sitting
no
in
doubt
the
about
cubicle who don't
Waiting.
ever come out.
Praying on your wife or daughter going there to try to buy a car.
Oh, my
They're
God.
preying on them. So weird.
You don't get that at Bellman, dude.
Hell no.
BehlmeMann.com. Say hi to Danny Boy.
Danny boy, what's up, baby?
Say hi to Kenny.
Kenny.
And say what's up to Dale.
Hey, Dale. How are you?
Bellman at
good for
Bellman.com is located where, Cam?
Try.
You get no what?
Swinging dicks.
That's right. We
None.
love it over there at Bellman. And gel sticks, of course, the #1 training tool to take your game to the next level. It's a weighted stick, so once you get out there on the ice, Cam, and you're playing, that puck feels like a little bit of like a golf ball, basically.
Yeah, I know. It's light.
It's light.
Your shot's easier. The way you
Yes.
handle the passes are easier, man.
Oh, my
It just
God.
makes you a
Everything
better
about
player.
it. Everything
It's that
about it.
simple.
I can watch a game and tell who's been training with the gel sticks and who hasn't.
No
been.
shit.
You know that?
I know.
And I know who's been using a Sparks. I know who's been training with First Form.
I know.
I
The
know
hair.
what kind of car they're driving up in,
Yeah.
if they went to Bellman. And I know by looking at their flow if I need to tell them to go to Hair Club.
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah, well, don't do that to people. They'll
I'm
know.
just
Like,
saying
don't.
there's a
people with hair.
there's
Hey,
a
what's up with your hair?
No, there's
Oh,
a solution
fuck, I
for
don't know.
everybody. Is what
Like
I'm trying.
grandpa.
I'm just trying to tell them there's a solution.
Yeah,
Get that
there
gel
is.
sticks and get it today. Gelsticks.com. And say hi to our boy Johnny.
Johnny, what's up, man? How you doing, buddy?
There you go. Camistrick.com. That's our website. You can go there. All our social media. You got Cam's media, social media. You got my social media. You got the account for the podcast social media, Twitter, Instagram,
get a hold of us.
Facebook.
Get a hold of
You want to
us.
send us messages?
I'll get back
Somebody
to you.
sent me a message today being like, you guys say that like Chicago doesn't deserve Bedard, but what about Arizona because of all their issues where they had to lose draft picks and stuff like that?
No, I get that too, man. I don't want him to go to Arizona either.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, I agree. But like Chicago, Arizona doesn't have like, they're not at the bottom of the standings
They're not
right now
established yet
either.
And it's costing players money
They're
for them
playing
to exist.
at like a kid's
Playing at
rink.
a child's rink in front of children that don't even know what's going on. They're like, well, hi, what is this? I'm tired.
But again, we appreciate the message
yeah.
from all the listeners.
God, yeah, send me whatever, man. I'll read it, dude. Shit, I'll get back to you guys. You know
So
that.
it was a very good comment. I don't
Yeah, it's all
disagree with
good.
what you're saying in theory,
good,
but
baby.
you know what I'm saying. All right, so this has been the Cam Strick Podcast, episode number 233. Cam, James Wisniewski. Have a great day, everybody.
Love you guys.